No downtime. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Get outside this summer. Call QC Kinetics. Here's the number, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today and live your best life again.
Hey, WTMJ's Sean Mercure here. It was time to paint the outside of our house, and I was overwhelmed. I really wasn't looking forward to it. Thank goodness I got in touch with CertaPro Painters, each business independently owned and operated right here in Wisconsin. They made it easy. They were quick. They were efficient. They were friendly and fun. It's CertaPro Painters. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. My home has never looked better, literally. I couldn't be happier. It's CertaPro Painters. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
As you age, you start noticing pain in your joints that didn't used to be there. But you don't have to live in pain. When joint pain becomes a reality, schedule your free pain evaluation with Rejuvenex. We'll find where your pain lives and inject powerful, FDA-approved medicines that reduce inflammation and pain, while improving mobility in hips, shoulders, elbows, and knees, with some patients experiencing relief for greater than 2 years before repeating the process. While treatments like stem cells can cost close to $10,000 per joint, at Rejuvenex, the cost for your injection can be as low as $65, and almost all major insurance plans cover our treatments, so you may not have to pay anything at all. Call us now to schedule your free pain evaluation, because I'm pretty sure we can help you. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to Rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Your home's defense is crucial. Defensive failure is offensive to you. Siding Unlimited is your home's best defensive coach. Windows, roofing, decks, and of course, siding. Siding Unlimited is it. Windows? Siding Unlimited handles several great brands. They are one of only 5 Pella Platinum Premium installers in the whole country. The only one around here. Doors and decks, roofing, siding. Yes, 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 and yes. Nobody can beat Siding Unlimited. When you deal with Siding Unlimited, you'll get honest pricing, guaranteed. What is that? Well, no gimmicks, none of that BOGO, buy one now, get blah, 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 chin boogie. This is what it will cost you, period. Honest pricing. Bolster your home's defense with the best defensive team ever. SidingUnlimited.com.
Finding the special healthcare resources families need just got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network helps kids with delays, disabilities, special healthcare needs, and mental health conditions. Call toll-free 877-947-2929. Ask questions. Get answers. Connect today toll-free 877-947-2929. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Traffic is sponsored by Two Men in a Junk Truck. Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
From removing unwanted clutter or junk to full-service residential or commercial cleanouts, get a free same-day estimate at twomeninajunktruck.com. Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
Summerfest is finally here. And we're broadcasting live from the Fellow Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio. All the sounds of Summerfest go through here. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Good afternoon. It's 3:01. I'm Connie Weber, and this is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Friday, June 21st. Your top story: how will a funding boost for MPS affect schools statewide?
I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, and we've got some debris in the road on 94 eastbound at 13th Street. It's on the left shoulder. Where the delays on 94, though, are between the zoo and the stadium interchange, and it's a little bit worse on westbound 94 through the Menominee Valley. That'll be about a 2 or 3 minute delay. 43 both ways, we're going to see some slowdowns. Southbound between Silver Spring and Capitol Drive, pretty heavy there. A little bit lighter northbound, but you'll still see some brake lights up from the Marquette all the way past Locust up towards Keefe. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Still a chance for afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms into the overnight hours. In fact, overnight low tonight 66. Tomorrow, hot, humid, partly cloudy. Chance for afternoon and evening storms and showers. A high Saturday of 88 degrees. Right now 74 in Milwaukee at 3:02 from the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Fallout from Milwaukee Public Schools' financial failures could have a ripple effect across the state. Districts like Cedarburg could lose hundreds of thousands of dollars after Milwaukee voters approved a $250+ million referendum in April. TMJ4's Andrea Albers.
About $217,000. That's a significant amount for any district.
Dr. Jaredon Clark is the superintendent of the Cedarburg School District. The impact on Cedarburg schools is included in a hypothetical analysis by Wisconsin's Legislative Fiscal Bureau.
Our district and our taxpayers are impacted by things that aren't of any of our doing. It is disappointing.
In addition to Cedarburg, the report shows more than 350 districts would also receive less aid. In Kenosha, a reduction of $858,000, and West Bend just over $1 million.
Funding changes set to go into effect for the 2025-26 academic year. An unborn baby dead and 6 teenagers injured after a police chase that closed I-43 in both directions for hours Thursday. A pregnant 18-year-old female from Milwaukee suffered life-threatening gunshot injuries. Her baby did not survive. 17-year-old from Milwaukee suffered serious gunshot wounds. Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman at a press conference Thursday.
This is unacceptable. Parents, what is going on with your children? People in our community. How are we helping to keep our kids in positive behaviors rather than what we're seeing today? This should never happen.
One officer placed on administrative leave. Chief Norman says a community briefing discussing the incident will be released in the future. 2 dead and 8 hurt after a shooting at an Arkansas grocery store. Police responded to the Mad Butcher grocery store about 70 miles south of Little Rock after shots were fired today. 1 person arrested. One of the wounded, a police officer. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been briefed on the situation. After multiple scandals and a civil judgment that found former NRA leader Wayne LaPierre misused millions of the organization's finances on personal expenses, the group's incoming president, Bob Barr, speaks with ABC's Jay O'Brien.
We have a cultural problem in America that is many faceted. We could talk about any one of those for hours.
Does it involve guns?
We have a lot of crime that doesn't involve guns in this country.
But a lot of it does.
Well, and those people should be identified, investigated, prosecuted, and put in jail.
NRA hasn't answered questions in a network television interview for nearly a decade. Ahead of the first presidential debate next week, we're getting a new look at campaign fundraising for the 2 candidates. Last month, former President Trump outraised President Biden by more than $55 million.
Former President Trump out-fundraising President Biden for a second consecutive month. Trump bringing in an eye-popping $141 million to Biden's $85 million. That Trump boost could be ripple effects from his guilty verdict in his felony hush money trial. Billionaire and former mayor of New York City Michael Bloomberg appears to be throwing Biden a lifeline. A source says Bloomberg is donating $20 million to pro-Biden groups. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Where can protesters of the RNC protest?
Just a few blocks away from where delegates will enter the convention at Pfizer Forum, protesters will be able to gather at Haymarket Square Park. Mayor Johnson's chief of staff, Nick Desiato, says local leaders feel it's ample space.
I would challenge anyone to find a place closer to there with sightlines directly looking at Pfizer Forum.
But Omar Flores with the Coalition to March on the RNC disagrees.
Haymarket Square is not within sight and sound of the RNC unless you have a really loud voice. Even with the speakers that we have, there is no way that they will be able to hear us within sight and sound.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
Coming up, where else besides Summerfest to find music this weekend? Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 3:06.
Sponsored by Grandview Homes, the name you know, the name you trust. GrandviewHomes.com.
I'm looking for the fastest and easiest way to sell my home, and I keep hearing one name over and over. So I ask people, why Grandview Homes instead of a real estate agent?
We needed to sell Mom's home quickly and with a company we could rely on.
We settled on Grandview based primarily on reputation.
Was the house in rough shape?
Yeah.
She accumulated 50 years worth of stuff.
It was very convenient to just leave everything I did not want and not worry about it. They took out all the stress of emptying and cleaning the home.
That sounds pretty easy.
And no showings, no closing costs, no staging, no real estate agent fees, no added stress.
Okay, that is easy.
Whether you have a hard-to-sell home, want a stress-free sale, or simply need to sell your home fast, Grandview Homes is the name you know and the name you can trust. We buy every home as is and you'll get a fair cash offer in just hours. Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
Come visit, learn, and discover at the recently opened Food and Farm Exploration Center near Stevens Point in Plover, Wisconsin. The 50,000 square foot Science and Technology Center is a place to take the entire family. Experience over 60 interactive exhibits, a children's play area, demonstration farm fields, and home to the world's largest potato masher. The Food and Farm Exploration Center is a place for connecting with food and those who grow it. Just a short drive from Milwaukee. Plan your visit today at explorefoodandfarm.org.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. The hotel is ideally located in the heart of the theater district in downtown Milwaukee. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site galleries, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Book special hotel packages with room rates starting as low as $129 a night. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com.
Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time 3:08. Summerfest won't be the only place to hear music this weekend. A familiar face coming back to American Family Field tonight.
When the sun goes down. Country star Kenny Chesney may need to take up residency. He's back in Milwaukee tonight.
This, I think, is his fourth concert here.
Brewers President of Business Operations Rick Schlesinger tells Wisconsin's Morning News Chesney enjoys the familiar confines of AmFam.
He loves playing here. He loves playing in a climate-controlled environment with a roof. While the stage has him covered, he doesn't want his fans to get wet.
And even with Summerfest underway, the show nearly sold out. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News. Everything gets hotter when the sun goes down.
Slight correction, that show on Saturday. Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. The Stanley Cup will be in the building once again tonight, with the Florida Panthers getting their third chance to win the first championship in franchise history in Game 6 against the Edmonton Oilers. Brewers got walked up by the Padres 7-6 in their series opener from San Diego. Milwaukee still leads the NL Central at 44-31. The four-game series continues tonight. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time 3:09.
Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
The Vollrath Company implemented a DocuWare content management solution from James Imaging Systems. Vollrath Director of Information Systems, John Sharp.
They've helped us upgrade from a previous version of our document management to automate our accounts payable processes, to store the invoices, do the three-way match, and really streamline those processes.
In addition to a DocuWare content management solution, the key to continued success is the James Imaging Systems Solutions Group.
And as an extension of our team, they've got intimate knowledge of why we've done some of the things that we do. And when we run into any issues, they're there to support us.
A DocuWare content management solution from the James Imaging Systems Solutions Group.
They know exactly where we are in our project cycle so that we've always got continuous improvement.
Content management and workflow automation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
Welcome to
Yay!
Summerfest 2024. What a beautiful day.
I know.
It's a little breezy along the lake, but it's very pretty out. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, and right across from us is the Truth.
Right across
That's
from
our
us
view.
is the Truth. I see Liz Brown. I see Tori Lowe. ESPN is right next door. Hey, Truth team. There's our family over there.
Fantastic.
They're two of my favorite people.
Beautiful breeze.
Come on out to Summerfest. It's going to be a great night. Rain is forecast, but not until much, much, much later, so you need to get on out here. It's going to be a huge day. Motley Crue is in the amphitheater. They're the headliner in the amphitheater tonight, but music throughout the grounds. It's going to be fantastic. All right. That's the first thing that we're chasing today. What else are we looking after?
Number 2, we're looking at the horrific details behind the high-speed chase. We were covering that for hours, John, that took place yesterday and closed down 43 by Keefe. My goodness. It ended in a deadly shootout. 6 people were in the suspect's car. A pregnant woman was among those in the vehicle that was shot. She survived. The baby did not. One other person was shot. Everyone else involved survived. The ages, John, 15 years old to 18 years old.
That's so young. That's so young.
That's right. We will show later the sound of the police chief, but during a news conference that took place later, really late at night actually, Jeffrey Norman said, parents, you need to watch where your kids are. So it was an armed carjacking that took place earlier, 2 of them, right downtown, right next to the public market.
Right.
So it's not good. Please be vigilant.
Much more on those numbers coming up during the 5 o'clock hour. And the third thing in the 3 at 3, it's going to be a super busy weekend. It's going to be a fantastic weekend in southeast Wisconsin. Summerfest, of course, is going on. A lot of other things going on. Kenny Chesney, you heard in the news, is going to be out at the ballpark. Chesney out there. Tacos and Tequila taking place in Franklin. You've got Dave Matthews out at Alpine Valley. Strawberry Festival in Cedarburg, which is always fun, and Greek Fest at State Fair Park. Ooh. Look at my list. Look at all these things going on.
That's a lot. That's a lot. If you say, I don't know what to do this weekend, you are, I don't know what you're doing.
Piet Levy, the music critic at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, says that when you crush through the numbers and all the concerts, this is the biggest music date for concerts in Milwaukee's history. That'll be tomorrow. The biggest.
Awesome.
That is so exciting. We are broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors mobile studio on the Summerfest grounds. We will be back with one of the leaders for the RNC. How are they doing transforming Fiserv Forum? That's up next on WTMJ.
Creative Planning presents Rethink Your Money with John Hagenson, Saturday afternoon at 1. At Creative Planning, we have an entire team working for you, including wealth advisors, CPAs, and attorneys, all working together, all in one place. Let Creative Planning show you a richer way to wealth. Visit creativeplanning.com. That's creativeplanning.com.
Actually, what we can do for the guests, John.
Hey, John Mercure here for my good friends at Dave Drake Camp Heating. They know that our climate can change in a second's notice, right? It's been chilly lately. It's going to get into the 90s later. It is just crazy out there. You need a team on your side that knows what the heck they're doing. That's Dave Drake Camp, and I know that firsthand because I've been working with Dave Drake Camp for more than a decade. They've got me covered. I've got a new system from theirs in my house, a new furnace and a new AC system. They come out and do the regular maintenance, and when I've had issues, once actually in the middle of the night, they come out and they take care of me big time. They've been here doing their thing for more than 40 years. Dave Drake Camp just understands it. They get it. You get a free estimate on new equipment, have that routine maintenance, or if you have a question or an issue, you can get in touch with them for that too. It's Dave Drake Camp. Your comfort is their family's tradition. DaveDrakeCamp.com. They're doing it the right way all the time. DaveDrakeCamp.com.
Rose Gray here from Fox World Travel. Don't miss the largest vacation sale in the nation. It's the Fox World Travel exclusive July sale with Apple Vacations. We have a huge selection of resorts at our favorite destinations in Mexico and the Caribbean, paired with nonstop flights to get you there fast. If you like saving, you do not want to miss this sale. Plus, enter for a chance to win an all-inclusive vacation. Visit foxworldtravel.com/July and get on the exclusive list. That's foxworldtravel.com/July.
Let's get out to Wyatt, who's in for Debbie. Hi, Wyatt.
Hi, John. Hope you're having fun out there. On the roads, people having a little bit less fun, but it's not super bad. 43 southbound, the worst, with bumper-to-bumper traffic between Silver Spring and Capitol Drive. Northbound, tap of the brakes coming up out of the Marquette around Locust Street. 94 westbound is going to be slow through the Menominee Valley past the Stadium interchange. And 894 westbound, it's that construction again, slow out of the Mitchell. As you come westbound, you'll be good about by 60th Street. And you could be our eyes on the roads. If you see something we should know about, call the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Find out with Hall Mazda all summer. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
And the WTMJ 5-day forecast for tonight. Chance for showers, a low of 66 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy, hot and humid, a high of 88. Sunday, mostly sunny, a high of 80. Monday, sunny, a high of 81. Tuesday, humid and partly cloudy, a high of 90 degrees. We're in beautiful weather, a little cooler along the lake here at Summerfest. Modern English. I would go see them. U.S. Cellular Connection stage. Their show gets rocking at 8:15.
I love that music.
It's so fun, isn't it? So check
U.S.
out Modern
Cellular,
English.
huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's right down the road from us here. That's not far away at all. There are big things happening over at Fiserv Forum. They are getting ready for the RNC 2024 convention. Elise Dickens is the CEO for the convention. Yeah, she's in charge of the whole thing. And she is with us this afternoon. Elise, thank you so much for making some time for us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Man, I've seen some of the pictures and video inside of Fiserv, and it is absolutely incredible. Tell us how Fiserv's being transformed as we speak.
Yes. Well, if you've been in the Fiserv Forum, you will not recognize it if you walk in there today. It looks absolutely incredible, and there's a lot of excitement over there. We are transforming this space. It's going to be an amazing world-class broadcast, and I can't wait for you all to see it.
So give me a little bit of a hint. I know that some of the media rooms will be in the skyboxes. What looks different to you?
When you walk onto the floor, some of the seating is removed, so the two end zones where they kind of had that pull-out retractable seating, all of that has been removed. Additionally, the stage is being built, so some seating is covered. We've built different walkways and staircases in various media structures. So a lot of the seating, appears to be kind of covered up and changed. And then on the main concourse where the media is going to be, we've built out walls and doors to separate space to create our own suites for the media to broadcast from.
Oh, that's going to be
Is
cool.
the red, white, and blue in there yet, or is that something that happens at the last minute, all the bunting and all the decorative stuff?
The colors aren't quite there yet. They'll be there soon. But actually the more exciting part when we start putting on the vinyl on the outside of the Fiserv on the external, that's the part that's coming soon, and it's going to be really exciting to showcase that branding and get the Fiserv all red, white, and blue.
That's going to be so cool. Elise Dickens is with us talking about the RNC coming to town and the transformation. Do we know, we had a realtor on yesterday talking about rental homes and where people are going to stay, and we know you guys are taking really good care of the delegations and where they're going to stay. What do you expect when it comes to celebrities and politicians themselves and media? Where will they stay, and do you guys have a role in helping them find places to stay?
We do have a role in helping most all guests find lodging and accommodations for the convention. So a lot of our VIPs that are going to be coming to town, whether that's President Trump, his family, members of the campaign, elected officials, and other VIP speakers that are going to be really exciting, we help book them. So they'll all be staying right in downtown Milwaukee.
Will the former president, be staying in Milwaukee for the convention?
We fully expect him to be here for the majority of the week.
So do you hold on to like the presidential suite at 5 different properties, and does he get to choose, or how does that work?
I would say the Pfister, right?
Well, we'll see. We'll see which one he's going to be at. We're working through some of those exact details, but he's really excited to be back in Milwaukee.
Elise, are you working really close with the former president's, inner circle, when he's going to be giving his acceptance speech, when he's going to be announcing his vice presidential, running mate?
Yes. I was actually down in Palm Beach this week for a series of meetings so we could go through the program and finalize the speaking schedule that he wants to see and who he wants to be a part of it. So we're in close contact and we're working through those final details now, which is incredibly exciting.
So we're excited because we get to sit back and we'll have a front row seat. We're broadcasting our show from there all week, blah, blah, blah. But for you, what's the most stressful right now, a month out? What's at the top of Elise's list? Like, oh my gosh, we got to lock that down.
Yeah, it's getting all these speakers to town, and there's a lot of people coming in. And it's not just elected officials that have staff. We have some everyday Americans that we're going to be showcasing that we're really excited that they're going to be a part of the program to share the importance of this America First message that President Trump wants to deliver at this unifying convention. So getting everyone's flights and hotels and details, and they know where to go and how to get their credentials and their Secret Service badge and all those finer details. It's 50,000 people. So making sure that everyone is well taken care of and knows what to do and to expect is really where we're at. I mean, we're in execution mode. So just getting everybody the information they need.
Elise, can you just take me behind the scenes? Because Donald Trump, he told our Charles Benson with TMJ4 News that the announcement is going to happen at the RNC of who his running mate will be. So is that going to be are you guys really preparing for that moment?
We are, but we don't know what he's ultimately decided. It has to happen before we gavel in on Monday. So really, in terms of the rules, we just need to know before we gavel in who it's going to be, and then we can execute it. So not sure his final plans on when he wants to roll out that decision, but we will be prepared.
Elise Dickens is with us on WTMJ as we broadcast live from Summerfest. RNC security announcements took place today. This has been kind of a rolling thing, as you know better than us, Elise, about what will be in the zone, what will not be. What did we learn today about the security footprint and what businesses and people can expect in Milwaukee?
So today, Secret Service rolled out what they call the inner perimeter. So that's the area that is restricted to pedestrian traffic. So you have to have an RNC ticket in order to get into the inner perimeter. The outer perimeter, also referred to as the soft perimeter, is where vehicular traffic is limited. So they rolled out that official map so everyone can see what is impacted. And then additionally, we learned where the city is placing the parade route as well as their their protest zone for their First Amendment rights. So that's kind of what we learned today, those final plans with Secret Service and the city of Milwaukee PD. They've been great partners on this, and we've all stayed in full touch to make sure that everyone is safe and secure and feels comfortable about the plan.
So, for example, John, our location, the 3rd Street Market Hall, we're in the yellow zone where vehicles are limited. So what does that mean for us? Are we going to have to try to park a little bit further back if, many different workers want to get to, I don't know, where do we want to go?
Or will our cars be searched? What does that look like?
Yes. There'll be vehicle checkpoints. So in the map that Homeland Security released today, you'll see that there are vehicle checkpoints. So you just get, a dog will just sniff around the car, it might pop the trunk, and then you're in. So they just want to make sure that, no one has any weapons in their cars or anything of that nature, and then you can get in. But of course, public transportation, the city is working on those routes and making sure that communication is out there so everyone feels comfortable about their transportation. But we hope everybody is not deterred by this. We want everyone to come downtown. We want people to experience convention. We want them to be a part of it. It seems daunting when you see these maps, and we get that, but it's actually not as burdensome. We hope it won't be as people might expect.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's the way we got to look at it. This is great for our city. This is a great opportunity for us to shine. Elise Dickens is the CEO of the RNC. Thanks for joining us, Elise.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go. Let's get that thing here. It's getting close now.
I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm ready to go.
She's probably not even sleeping, John.
That would have been a good question. What are you, 3 hours sleep night now?
Absolutely.
It is, what time is it? It's about 3:24 at WTMJ. We've got your market update coming straight ahead right here on WTMJ. We're broadcasting live from Summerfest.
Did somebody say free diamond bracelet? That's right. Diamonds Direct is expanding about their best offer yet. Make any purchase this month and receive a free diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right. Any engagement ring, any diamond necklace, any timepiece. Purchase any item valued at $10,000 or more and receive a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Every purchase of $10,000 or more qualifies. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet ends June 30th. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Sit Means Sit dog training. Bella and Baxter, they're incredible dogs. They're even better now because they behave better. You know why? Because of Sit Means Sit dog training. It ends up that I wasn't a great dog owner, but Matt and his teams at Sit Means Sit dog training, they've taken great care of us. They've got the best trainers at Sit Means Sit. They've got the best techniques at Sit Means Sit. That means that your dog can be like our dog. Less barky, less jumpy, does what they're supposed to do. Bella and Baxter are much better dogs. Free consultation, start that way. That's what we did. Free consultation today. They've got multiple locations. It's Sit Means Sit dog training.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert, owner of Wisconsin's own AccuNet Mortgage. I get that most home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting pre-approved, but that's probably a mistake because banks have a lot of overhead, like branches, fancy headquarters, and layers of management. That means their closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 higher than AccuNet's for exactly the same rate. And that's not all. Bank pre-approval letters are usually weak and unconvincing, especially compared to AccuNet's rock-solid, fully verified pre-approval that provides a $2,000 guarantee to you and the seller. Our senior loan consultants will also look at every possible way to strengthen your offer and pre-approval in the eyes of that seller, especially if you're offering over the asking price. We even call the listing agent to reinforce what a great buyer you are. Banks don't do all that. Click on the blue button today at AccuNet.com and let our passionate mortgage pros help you win while you save a bunch of money, too. That's ACCUNET.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for J.D. Griffiths. It was time for us. Our house was 20-plus years old, And the garage doors were getting dated. They were dinged up, and they were really hurting the value and the look of our house. That's why we called J.D. Griffiths, a local company. They've been at it in Milwaukee for more than 70 years, providing premier garage doors and building detached garages. We've got our new doors now, and they pop. I still got neighbors talking to me about it. Now, J.D. Griffiths does have an exclusive offer right now for you, the WTMJ listener. With any purchase of a new garage door, you can save $100 on your garage door opener. Just call 414-362-7222 and mention me, WTMJ's Eric Bilstead, or fill out the form at jdgriffiths.com/WTMJ to schedule your free at-home estimate and claim your deal. That number again, 414-362-7222. J.D. Griffiths.
Market volatility, global issues. We hear about inflation easing, but it's still a real issue. More than a few headwinds this year. That's probably why Americans like you feel uncertain about their financial future. Just 59% of affluent Americans felt secure last year, and that's down from the year before. Boomers, not much room for error. Gen X might need more than a 401k. And for millennial families with big dreams, it's time to get real about saving and investing. Talk to Annex Wealth Management. Build security with a partner on your side for unbiased advice. Our goal is a plan that prepares you to maintain your desired lifestyle throughout retirement. Investments are a start, but you may need more. That's why Annex delivers tax and estate planning. There's an Annex plan personalized for you. Annex Comprehensive Wealth fits most individuals and families, but if you've got high net worth with complex needs, Annex Private Client is your solution. Just starting out? Annex Ignite is a great choice. Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
There's an amazing supper club in Wisconsin Dells, Ishnala, nestled among the pines and perched above the sandstone bluffs of Mirror Lake. The beauty, the history, the service, the food, the fun. Hi, this is Bob Prosser, owner of Ishnala Supper Club in Wisconsin Dells. I've been a part of Ishnala since 1973, and I am so proud to continue the tradition that began in 1953. Why not enjoy a brandy old-fashioned in one of our bars, each with a spectacular view overlooking Mirror Lake, or just relax before or after dinner on one of our outdoor decks. Our Ishnala chefs have prepared your favorites: 24-ounce ribeye, cold water lobster tails, North Atlantic salmon, and of course, Ishnala's roast duck. Thank you for making Ishnala Wisconsin's favorite supper club, where the only thing we overlook is Mirror Lake. I'm Bob Prosser, and I want to serve you.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment, Flanners.com. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 3:30. I'm Connie Weber. Your top story, more details on the protest zone during the RNC.
I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley in Menominee Falls on 4145 northbound. We got a disabled vehicle on the ramp from Main Street, something to keep an eye out for there. Closer to the city, we are seeing a lot more delays than up in the Falls. 4 to 3 southbound is still slow, bumper to bumper between Silver Spring Drive and Capitol Drive. Northbound getting a little bit worse, coming up out of the Marquette as well. You'll be solid brake lights up from the Marquette to Locust Street. Same on 94 westbound from the Marquette to American Family Field in the Stadium interchange. And you'll still about 3 minutes slow on 894 coming out of the Mitchell interchange. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Chance of showers and thunderstorms into the evening and overnight hours with an overnight low of 66. Then hot, humid, partly cloudy again. Chance for afternoon, evening showers and storms tomorrow with a high of 88. Right now at 3:31, we're at 71 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, disputes over the marching route during the RNC.
One of 2 city-approved protest areas will be Zeidler Union Square. Mayor Johnson's Chief of Staff, Nick Desiato, says the protest zone was chosen with great care.
There's an ecosystem
here. We have to consider where there are egress options. We have to consider for emergency vehicle access, entry points for whether it be delegates, pedestrians.
But members of the coalition to march on the RNC say they feel cut out of the decision. Omar Flores.
When the community is left out of planning for this event, we form our own ecosystem too. One that will march with or without a permit, wherever we please.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
Donald Trump says he plans to announce his running mate at the RNC. NBC News reports North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance are at the top of Trump's shortlist. Florida Senator Marco Rubio is still being considered by the campaign. Supreme Court protecting a federal law that prevents domestic abusers from owning guns. The 8-1 decision was handed down today by the High Court. Justice John Roberts said since the founding, our nation's firearm laws have included provisions preventing individuals who threaten physical harm to others from misusing firearms. Justice Clarence Thomas was the lone dissenting voice. More than 130 million Americans dealing with a massive heat wave. National Weather Service says it'll continue in the Northeast and Midwest over the next several days. Pittsburgh temperatures expected to feel like 110 today. Washington, D.C., 101 on Sunday. Forecasters say the heat wave in the South and Great Plains could last until early next week. City of Waukesha has a new fire chief. The Police and Fire Commission unanimously approved the appointment of Robert Goplin as the city's new fire chief at their meeting June 19th. Goplin has more than 27 years of service in Green Bay. He's been the assistant fire chief there since February of 2016. City says Goplin was chosen after a nationwide search from a field of more than 25 applicants. Position of fire chief has been vacant since May when Chief Steve Howard retired. Goplin's first day on the job will be in early August. Music at the lakefront and music at the ball yard. The big gig isn't keeping American Family Field from rocking this weekend. Country music star Kenny Chesney will be in town tomorrow. Brewers president of business operations Rick Schlesinger tells Wisconsin's Morning News the show's nearly sold out.
We have a great relationship with Summerfest, so there's certainly enough people to enjoy both activities.
Also tomorrow, hip-hop artist Ludacris among the headliners at Tacos and Tequila Fest at The Rock in Franklin. We're 4 years away from the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, but today some new announcements of where events will be held.
When the Olympics make their return here to L.A., gymnastics will be held at Crypto.com Arena, where the Lakers and the NHL Kings play. Swimming will be held at SoFi Stadium, where the Rams and Chargers play football. Basketball will be held in a brand new arena being built across the street from SoFi Stadium for the Clippers. And athletics will be held at the historic L.A. Memorial Coliseum, making it the only stadium in history to host track and field in 3 Olympic Games. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Time now for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. The Stanley Cup will be the building once again tonight, with the Florida Panthers getting their third chance to win the first championship in franchise history. Game 6 against the Edmonton Oilers. And the Brewers got walked off by the Padres 7-6 in their series opener from San Diego. Milwaukee still leads the NL Central at 44-31. The 4-game series continues tonight. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 3:34.
Siding Unlimited named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Mex, excited to invite you to come along with me for sounds and stories from Summerfest. What's on Tap will be broadcasting live at the big gig. I'll be at Summerfest from 6 till 8, surrounded by the fun, and where we'll hear from musicians, entertainers, and you. Stop by the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studios on the Lake Walk. Say hi and tell me why you love Summerfest. Catch What's on Tap live at Summerfest on WTMJ.
$1, just $1 over cost, and you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, just $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. Our only requirements is we put them on for you. Available at all 5 Griffin stores. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Yeah, the crew's in town. Motley Crue, the headliner at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater tonight. Show over there starts at 7:30. The crew's not going to get out there till like 10, though. It's going to be so fun. I saw them a few years ago, and it was insane, off the chain. It was nuts. So come on out here. Say hello. We're broadcasting live from along the lakefront, looking out at the beautiful lake. The lake looks nice, doesn't it?
Yes. Text watch to 855-616-1620, and you can see John's little gift I gave him
And you have a matching gift that you gave yourself.
His sunglasses.
We're red, white, and blue all the way.
You'll love them.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to tell you about some water safety. Perfect timing, since that's what we're looking at right now is beautiful Lake Michigan. Andrea Wallace with Milwaukee County Parks, Assistant Director of Recreation, was telling us all week the 5 tips of safety. The first one, on Monday, if you're not a strong swimmer, don't go into the lake. It's too unpredictable. Number 2, if you're swimming with littles, make sure that you have them just an arm's length away. Number 3, never swim alone. Number 4, do not mix alcohol and water. Number 5,
learn how to swim is such an important survival skill. Making sure that you know what to do if you get into a dangerous situation. Do you know how to tread water? Do you know how to float? Do you know what to do if you're caught in that rip current in the lake? The lake is not controllable, so not every day on the lake is the same.
Yes, and MTS Rec does swimming lessons at a discount. The County Parks has a swim program that's very affordable. So if you just search Milwaukee County Parks swim lessons or MPS Rec swim lessons, you'll be able to learn more. And it's 365 with MPS Rec. There's indoor pools, so make sure that you take advantage of that.
That's such a smart thing to do. Every kid should learn how to swim. Every adult should know how to at least swim enough that they can tread water and survive in the water.
Absolutely. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, even if you're not going to be near the lake, you never know. You might want to help somebody who's in trouble. You might be at a hotel in a pool where there's a kid in trouble and you want to be able to help. You want to be able to make sure that you can swim and you know what to do. Those tips are great. Good stuff all week long. On Fridays, we like to do this little segment where we maybe dive into a song or a story or an item you haven't heard a lot about. We call it
In Case You Missed It.
All right, here we go. This is from Maryland. A lady goes to a thrift store. It's called 2A Thrift in Clinton, Maryland, and she buys a little vase, or do you say vase? She buys it for $3.99. She grabbed it because it caught her eye. She thought it was unusual. She said, it looked oldish. I thought maybe 30 years old. I thought maybe it was a tourist reproduction. So she brings it home. She takes the vase home. Guess what? She goes on a trip to Mexico for vacation. She goes to the museum in Mexico, the big Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City, and she sees the same vase in the museum. She speaks with the museum official. Hey, I think I got the same vase at home. He says, you know, that vase is 2,000 years old, and it's priceless. She's like, oh, my God, I think that's my vase. She gets home. She sends pictures and information to the experts, and they say, yes, you have a vase from the Mayan folks from 2,000 years ago. So she said, this isn't mine. This is theirs. So she gave it back to Mexico.
Wow.
She said, I'm thrilled to play a part in returning the vase to where it belongs, and I want it out of my home because I have 3 little boys, and I've been petrified, well, that they're going to break this thing that's 2,000 years old.
Could you imagine? It made it 2,000 years, not being broke.
And now it's going back to where it belongs.
In Case You Missed It.
I say vase, by the way. That's what I like to do. So I have something that's a little bit TMI.
It is? What do you got?
It has to do with microplastics. It's been found everywhere, including fetuses.
Yes.
And now men's anatomy.
What?
Yeah.
It's been found in there?
Yeah, in their tissue. It's been found in human penises.
What?
For the first time. It was just published in the Internal Journal of Impotence Research. So they did a study, and they went under the skin.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And they found microplastics.
Easy for you to say, yeah. That sounds awful.
They found microplastics in, I think it was more than 2/3 of the men that took part in the study.
Well, that could help with erection dysfunction if you got some plastic in there.
The Journal of Impotence. That's what they were saying. Yeah. It affects your sexual health.
Oh man.
So it's spreading. So they're trying to stay away from plastics. You know, when you're having water, choose a metal can.
I see a T-shirt here. Save the penises. Save the penises. Use tin.
Absolutely.
In Case You Missed It.
All right, let's each do a bonus one really fast.
Okay.
We got a little bit more time. Here's mine. A woman in, where is she? California, is 105 years old. She started studying for her master's degree back in 1940. Her then boyfriend, who became her husband, was sent off to war. She put it on hold. Now she's 105 years old, And Ginny Hislop just got her master's degree at 105 years old.
And mine is an anonymous mother living outside of Boston, became one of the first patients to get a surgery for her baby while still inside the womb. They found something, a vein connected to an artery in the brain of the fetus. They were able to go in with a needle, put a little stent in. And the baby is okay. It would have been at risk right at birth if they didn't get it fixed right then and there.
That's miraculous.
In womb, and the baby's just fine.
Medicine is absolutely incredible. It's nuts what they can do, isn't it?
Crazy.
In case you missed it.
Don't miss us. We're hanging out at Summerfest until 6 o'clock. I think What's on Tap is here afterwards. So What's on Tap is here at 6 o'clock. We're here until 6. We're broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors mobile studio. We are right next to the Gruber Sports Zone. We look out on the water. You can come on out. You can say hello and hang out.
Please do. Say hi to us.
You can, in this new setup, actually literally touch us almost.
Yeah.
If
I
that's
have
your thing.
many people.
Come on out. Say hello. We are here until 6 o'clock. Traffic on your Friday. That's up next on WTMJ.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame Dollar Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and curbless, ready-to-drink cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
Town Bank is Wisconsin's bank. It's part of the Wintrust family of community banks, and it is the best bank. It's the best thing going. It's Town Bank, Wisconsin's bank. They've got the best banking solutions. They have got the best customer service. I know what you're thinking about the customer service. I don't go into the bank. I don't need customer service. You know what? At some point, you will need it, even if you bank online. Take my word for it. I had a trouble with bill pay situation using the app. And customer service through Town Bank online and in person is the best in the industry. They get it. It's at the top of the list. Start banking the way I bank. That's with Town Bank. Stop banking the same way. Bank differently with Town Bank. It's Town Bank. They're going to take care of you. Whether you're online, through the app, or in the brick-and-mortar locations, it's Town Bank. At my bank, it's Dan and Matt and Big Tony, who's big on customer service. Check out Town Bank. Member FDIC.
Sleep apnea is a serious condition. And the worst part about it is, because it affects you while you're sleeping, you don't know what this condition is doing to you.
And it was scary because I found out that I was waking up 145 times an hour. 145 times. I was scared. I wasn't getting the sleep I needed.
And that's the thing. Someone like John wakes up after thinking he's slept all night, and he's been feeling run down for years, and finally finds out something really is wrong. This is why, for us, solving sleep apnea problems is so gratifying, because we really are changing lives.
I've had more energy. I'm getting better sleep. I've been told from my wife I don't snore, but honestly, it changed my life.
This is Dr. Madan Kandula. Solving your breathing triangle problems means a better quality of life, and you deserve that.
Go to AdventKnows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're headed across town or across the country, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care during our summer tire sale. Right now, select tires, buy 3, get 1 free. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings on any set of 4. New Blaine's brand windshield wash, $2.49 a gallon. Fram oil filters, 15% off for rewards members. And Meguiar's exterior spray finishes, $10.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Traffic is sponsored by 2 Men and a Junk Truck. Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
From removing unwanted clutter or junk to full-service residential or commercial cleanouts, get a free same-day estimate at 2menandajuncktruck.com. Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
Traffic and weather. Wyatt, how are the roads looking for everybody to start their weekend?
Well, it's going to be maybe a few minutes slow to start your weekend, as pretty much most of your usual suspects on Friday afternoons are pretty slow. That includes 94 westbound from the Menominee Valley through the stadium. That's pretty much bumper to bumper, as is 43 southbound up between Silver Spring and Capitol Drive. 4145 southbound now also slowing down. That's between Silver Spring and Capitol as well. And 894 westbound is slow coming up out of the Mitchell interchange all the way past 60th Street, almost to the Hale as you drive through that 2-lane construction zone. I'm Wyatt Parmar-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, after 6 o'clock, there's a chance of showers and storms, a low of 66. Tomorrow, hot, humid, partly cloudy, a high of 88. Chance of showers tomorrow, mainly in the evening. Tomorrow and Monday, Sunday and Monday after that. Those are the pick days. Mostly sunny, you can see the sun, 80, 81. Tuesday, hot, humid. This is the hottest day so far in our 5-day, 90 degrees. The current temperature in Milwaukee is 72 degrees and partly cloudy.
Ah, that's your guy.
That's my man.
Gavin DeGraw tonight here at Summerfest at the BMO Pavilion. BMO Pavilion, he gets going at 7:30. He is great.
You've heard him before
live.
in studio?
Yeah, I've heard him I was at an event here where he was the singer at a private event. This event brought him in, and he sang at the Pfister in the ballroom. Julia, unbelievable performer.
If you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, WATCH, WATCH, you can see John and I. We are here live right at the lakefront here at Summerfest. Hey, thank you to Major Goolsby's.
Yeah, I wasn't going to eat any of these fries you ordered, but they're really tasty.
I know, they have really good seasoning. Everybody got some nice grub.
So Major Goolsby's providing our food here when we are on location at Summerfest. A big day in the legal world. Let's bring in our friend Major. I just called him Major. He's actually Royal Oaks. We have Major Garrett on Tuesdays. Yeah. We have Royal Oaks whenever
Wonderful
we can get him. Royal Oaks, ABC News legal analyst. I just promoted you to Major, Royal. Although royalty's pretty good.
You are Major.
I think Major Garrett, he outranks me, so, I'll take the
Hey, I want to ask you about a couple things. Let's start with the situation for Special Counsel Jack Smith. Will his appointment be invalidated? Give us the background on this story and why it matters.
Yeah, so Jack Smith was appointed as special counsel by Attorney General Merrick Garland, the idea being if the administration's interests are just so closely aligned with one side of a criminal case, it's fair to have somebody more independent, a so-called special counsel. But according to Trump's lawyers in the Florida case involving those confidential documents found at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's argument is that only the president may appoint a special counsel, and then the Senate has to approve that name. And that didn't happen here. The Attorney General did it. So who's right? We don't know. But the judge, Aileen Cannon, in Florida, appointed by Donald Trump, of course, to the federal court, is holding a full-day hearing and more hearings next week to resolve this and similar issues about Jack Smith's rights.
So if Jack Smith, if this is invalidated, his appointment, based on what you just said, what happens with the things he's involved in?
Well, somebody else would have to take the baton from him, and inevitably, of course, that would mean a significant delay, a new boss getting up to speed, and of course, as you know, delay is the name of the game. The fact that the Stormy Daniels criminal conviction already is in the books is potentially a huge blow to Donald Trump. So now the question is, what about the other three criminal cases, the Atlanta case, the Florida case, and Washington, D.C.? Are they somehow going to get across the finish line with a jury verdict before November? And, to the extent Jack Smith, his job is in jeopardy, that really diminishes the chance of the cases getting to trial that he's handling, the Florida one and the Washington, D.C. election interference case.
ABC News legal analyst Royal Oaks joining us on the line. Royal, this is a big decision by the Supreme Court. Many people are keeping an eye on this, especially gun rights. They were talking about the decision this morning upholding a federal ban on firearms for people under domestic violence restraining orders. So if this is someone who is accused and the judge says yes, the restraining order is, valid, you can't go close to this person, that person can't have firearms?
That's right. So the background is this. In 1994, they passed a federal law saying, hey, if a court has imposed a domestic violence protective order against you, you can't possess a gun. So there was a guy named Mr. Rahimi. He was arrested for dragging his partner through a parking lot, shooting it as a witness. So the feds took away his gun. But then 2 years ago, the Supreme Court ruled, hey, everybody has a right to pack heat in public, subject to rules consistent with America's tradition of gun regulation. So he sued to get his gun back, He won in the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, but today, Supreme Court reversed 8-1, only Clarence Thomas dissenting, finding the rule against him possessing a gun is consistent with our tradition of denying guns to people who pose a credible threat to the safety of others.
Well, and the reason for this, and there's a lot of Milwaukee cases as well, is that, it's a really, really dangerous time for men and women who file these restraining orders in domestic violence cases, right?
Exactly right. And, of course, it's similar to the concept of, well, you're going to the Rose Bowl to see the Rose Bowl game. You can't come into the stadium with a gun, and a lot of other traditionally American restrictions on guns. The Supreme Court's ruling 2 years ago said, yeah, you do have a right to pack heat outside your house, but subject to these common sense rules. One of the rules the court affirmed today is if there's a credible threat, if you pose a threat to safety and public health, you may not have a gun.
I mean, and with restraining orders, you can't come close to the children. You can't come close to this person or go by where they work. So, I mean, some gun rights advocates were not really happy with that.
Why did Clarence Thomas dissent? Did he give a written opinion? Do we know why he thought this was a bad idea?
Yeah, he sure did. He gave a dissent in which he said that there is not a single historical regulation that deals with what he called possible interpersonal violence. There are rules that restrict the availability of guns where somebody is shown to be a credible risk to others, but this interpersonal violence stuff, he thought that is different from the historical tradition of gun regulation in American history. Now, Sonia Sotomayor, writing for a concurrence for the liberals, she blasted Thomas's regulation, saying you don't need to have the exact same conduct regulated in order to fall under this general umbrella of America's historical traditions for gun restrictions.
I mean, and the other argument could be, okay, you don't have a gun, but could they use something else? So how far are we going to go?
Absolutely. No, you're right. That's an argument. A lot of people say, look at the statistics in terms of attacks using knives and other weapons. The old story, guns don't kill people, people kill people. But that's the line that's been drawn in the sand on the gun control issue for decades. And, of course, the Second Amendment advocates have had two big wins in the last 15 years. The big one, Heller, about 15 years ago, saying, yes, it's not just a well-regulated militia that gets their guns, it's everybody in their homes. And then 2 years ago, the Bruin case said not only that, but you can have pack heat outside the house as well, again, subject to some restrictions.
So
Royal, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to ask, what do you think this means for other lawsuits in the future if they bring up something else that has to do with gun rights? I mean, could this be a precedent for anything in the future that you could think of right now?
Yeah, I think it is going to make it easier for people who want to restrict gun rights to make their argument that, hey, we need rational, somewhat similar regulations that are comparable to our historical regulations. But, of course, you're going to get people coming up and saying, oh, you can't have a gun unless you take a 6-hour safety course. Oh, you can't have a gun unless you get liability insurance in case you kill somebody. And so there are going to be a lot of proposals, and the courts are going to have to decide, is this brand new and designed to just squelch gun rights, or is it really consistent with the way we've always regulated guns? Those are the questions that judges are going to be faced with.
Royal, so still cases to come from the Supreme Court, including a couple that are pretty highly anticipated. What are a couple of the cases that justices will be deciding or releasing decisions on in the coming weeks?
Yeah, the two biggest ones are the presidential immunity decision and the so-called administrative state decision. The immunity deal is a big one for Trump because, as you know, he's charged with a crime in Washington, D.C. He said, hey, dismiss this case because I was president. You can't prosecute a president. Well, the U.S. Supreme Court heard oral arguments a couple of months ago, and they seem to be leaning toward doing this. They're going to send the case back to the trial judge in Washington, D.C. and say, look, you figure out what the acts are alleged against Donald Trump. If he was just doing his job, he may not be prosecuted criminally. If he was going on his own, acting for his personal interests, not his job as president, enforcing federal laws, then, yeah, you may prosecute him for that. So the trial judge in Washington, D.C. is very likely going to have to sort that out. We'll know next week because probably all of the pending decisions will be kicked out the door by the judge. The other big decision was the administrative state one. A lot of conservatives are unhappy that bureaucracies kind of run the show in the federal government, and they want it made clear through the Supreme Court that it's the Congress who gets to pass laws. The president has to implement and enforce them, but the president's bureaucracy may not change the laws because we've seen a lot of excesses and people exceeding their authority.
ABC News legal analyst Royal Oakes. He's the general in our Army. Royal, thank you.
Thank you.
It's going to be interesting to see how all of that plays out. Did you see that boy who just walked by? He had Stars sunglasses on. He had sunglasses like mine, and I waved, and he was like 8. And I pointed at my glasses because we were in the middle of talking to Roy. I was like, look, I have the same ones as you. He looked at me like, dude, you wish you could be as cool as me. And he kept walking.
I know.
Like,
even I tried to get his attention.
I think he was embarrassed because he had the same glasses on that we had. I love my glasses.
Yes, if you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, you can see us in the, what is this called, Pella?
The Pella Windows and Doors Mobile Studio.
Yes.
They're taking good care of us, that's for sure.
I love it.
It is 3:56 at WTMJ.
UW-Milwaukee releases a request for offers to purchase one of its residence halls. The 3-story, 17-unit graduate housing facility closed in May of 2023. 2 local union leaders expressed concerns about RNC work. One union president says that upwards of 25% of represented Fiserv Forum employees have declined assignments, while another union leader says his members are afraid of reporting due to visitors possibly carrying guns near the convention footprint. The final Flannery's location at Fire Ridge Golf Club in Grafton closes. The course's owners say they will operate their own bar and food menu instead of replacing the restaurant. I'm Drew Dawson with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Small business owners, we know finishing your to-do list can feel like rowing upstream, but it's a river, a whitewater river, and the only paddles you have are pool noodles. Then when a new to-do pops up, you're like, nope, I'm already rowing upstream with these pool noodle paddles. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy to get personalized discounts with a commercial auto insurance quote online. So your to-do list is smooth sailing. See if you can save on commercial auto insurance in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverages and discounts not available in all states and subject to policy terms and underwriting.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
John Mercure here for Annex Wealth Management. Volatility, inflation, it's not going away. Global unrest and a presidential election in November. That's why it's time to have a strong partner, and you will get that with Annex Wealth Management. They are the real deal through and through. I know. I've been a client for more than a decade. You and your family deserve an investment and retirement plan that's well-crafted, efficient, and focused on your goals. Annex always works to help you get the retirement that you desire and you deserve. Annex is a fiduciary all of the time, not just some of the time. They're required to operate in your best interest. They don't sell a thing. That means no commission products ever. Their job is to provide excellence when it comes to investment and retirement planning, along with tax and estate planning. I've used all those parts of their company. Fantastic. Annex is local, independent, a firm with a focus on helping you achieve the retirement you desire and you deserve. Start the conversation with Annex. It only takes a couple of minutes. Visit AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button. That's Annex Wealth Management.
Come visit, learn, and discover at the recently opened Food and Farm Exploration Center near Stevens Point in Plover, Wisconsin. The 50,000 square foot Science and Technology Center is a place to take the entire family. Experience over 60 interactive exhibits, a children's play area, and demonstration farm fields. Also enjoy the colorful Play Cafe featuring a menu of locally sourced ingredients that are simple, fresh, and healthy. Great food comes from small kitchens. Just a short drive from Milwaukee. Plan your visit today at explorefoodandfarm.org.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Hurt at work? Call Tayback for the payback. An injury at work may leave you eligible for compensation benefits, including lost wages, coverage of medical bills, or a cash settlement. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Summerfest is finally here. And we're broadcasting live from the Fellow Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio. All the sounds of Summerfest go through here. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 4:01. I'm Connie Weber, and this is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Friday, June 21st. Your top story: new details on the police chase that closed a freeway for hours yesterday.
I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, and we're seeing a lot of brake lights this afternoon. We'll start north and go south. 4145 southbound is at least 3 or 4 minutes slow between Good Hope Road and Hampton Road. 43 southbound is about 4 minutes delayed between Silver Spring and Capitol. 94 westbound is slow a couple minutes from the Menominee Valley through the stadium. Eastbound is slow between the Zoo interchange and the stadium. And 894 westbound is about 4 minutes slower than usual. That is because of the construction coming up out of the Mitchell all the way through 60th. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic.
Severe thunderstorm warning just issued till 4:45 for Dodge County and Jefferson County. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for till 4:45 for Dodge and Jefferson counties. Chance for showers and storms overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Overnight low tonight 66. Evening and showers and storms likely tomorrow with a high of 88. Right now 71 degrees in Milwaukee at 4:02. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, an unborn baby is dead and 6 teenagers hurt after a police chase and officer-involved shooting that closed I-43 in both directions for hours yesterday. Shot were a pregnant 18-year-old female from Milwaukee. She suffered life-threatening gunshot wounds and the unborn baby died. A 17-year-old boy from Milwaukee also shot and seriously wounded. Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman told reporters Thursday,
"This is unacceptable. Parents, what is going on with your children? People in our community, how are we helping to keep our kids in positive behaviors rather than what we're seeing today? This should never happen."
Vehicle was wanted in connection with an armed robbery carjacking. Police say those inside wouldn't obey commands to get out of the vehicle and hit a squad car, and that's when the officer fired. Arkansas State Police say 2 people were killed and 9 wounded when a shooter opened fire Friday at a grocery store, the Mad Butcher in Fordyce.
I thought it was fireworks, and I came around to the stop sign right here, and the cops were all piled up there. They told me to turn around, an active shooter.
Shooter was critically injured after being shot by police and is in custody. Supreme Court in an 8-1 decision upholds a ban on guns for people under domestic violence restraining orders. The opinion authored by Chief Justice John Roberts with Justice Clarence Thomas dissenting. Here's ABC News legal contributor Kim Whaley.
In Justice Thomas's defense, I think he is saying, listen, if we're going to be originalists and go back to our time machine, we should be consistent about it. And I think the majority, and there's other opinions, Justice Kavanaugh, Justice Barrett all wrote separately, they're saying, no, we do actually have to exercise some judgment, even as conservatives. And I think the question moving forward is, how far then is the space between progressives and conservatives when judges start judging? Law is very hard and complicated.
City of Waukesha has named a new fire chief.
The Police and Fire Commission has unanimously approved the appointment of Robert Goplin as the city's new fire chief at their meeting on June 19th. Goplin has more than 27 years of service in Green Bay. He's been assistant fire chief there since February 2016. The city says Goplin was chosen after a nationwide search from a field of more than 25 applicants. The position of fire chief has been vacant since May when Chief Steve Howard retired. Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Coming up, music at the lakefront and music at the ball yard this weekend. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 4:04.
This report is sponsored by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. SidingUnlimited.com.
Does your home need a new defensive coach? Have wind, cold, or water breached? I recommend Siding Unlimited. Wind and cold get through your windows? Siding Unlimited fixes that. Water challenging your roof? Siding Unlimited fixes that too. Is the siding letting the elements through or just looking offensive? Fixing that is Siding Unlimited's first and continuing specialty. When weather's offense beats your home's defense, contact Siding Unlimited. Their name says siding, but they are so much more. Whatever the breach, put Siding Unlimited in. Their good work is on display at their unique outside-in showroom. They're waiting for you. What are you waiting for? SidingUnlimited.com.
I'm Jim Token, president of the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee. When it comes to service, if you're not coming to an Adam New Car dealer, you could be getting inferior service and paying too much. Adam service technicians are factory trained and must pass strict testing before ever working on your car. Replacement parts are factory manufactured and backed by a warranty. Best of all, superior service and peace of mind doesn't cost more at an Adam dealer. You'll find competitive pricing equal to or even lower than prices at independent shops. A well-maintained car delivers maximum gas mileage and saves you money. And nobody can keep your car running smoothly like an Adam New Car dealer. Need service? Your first choice and best choice is an Adam New Car dealer. Call one today or visit adamm.com to find out why you're always better off at an Adam New Car dealer.
Get an oil change and safety inspection for trouble-free summer driving.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 4:06. Summerfest isn't the only place to hear music this weekend.
You've got music on the lakefront and at the ball yard.
When the sun goes down.
Kenny Chesney returns to AmFam Field Saturday.
He's a great performer, huge following.
Brewers president of business operations Rick Schlesinger tells Wisconsin's Morning News, the more music, the merrier.
We have a great relationship with Summerfest, so there's certainly enough people to enjoy both activities.
And not only that, hip-hop will reign supreme in Franklin. Ludacris among the headliners for tacos and tequila at The Rock. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Game 6 of the NHL Stanley Cup Final set for tonight. Oilers will look to force Game 7 when they take on the Florida Panthers in Edmonton. Panthers hold a 3-2 series lead. Oilers trying to become just the third team ever to force a Game 7 in Cup Final history after trailing 3-0. Brewers got walked off by the Padres 7-6 in their series opener from San Diego. Milwaukee still leads the NL Central. 4-game series continues tonight. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 4:08.
It's a Fish Fry Friday. WTMJ's John Mercure here. One of my favorite fish fries is at the Mine Shaft restaurant in Hartford. And the Mine Shaft has just lowered the price of their all-you-can-eat fish fry to, listen closely, $6.99. Seriously, $6.99. You don't need to pay $16 or more. Your Mine Shaft fish fry is $6.99. It's all you can eat. It's the best Friday fish fry value anywhere, and it's delicious. For smaller appetites, that 2-piece dine-in fish fry is just $4.99. What a value. Relax with an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, an ice-cold brew, or a glass of wine. It's a perfect fish fry. A kid's menu that starts at $3.99, that's pretty perfect, too. And those kids will love the world-class game room quietly tucked away from the dining area. They play safe. You enjoy the rest of your meal. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh. I love the Hartford location. Walk in today for your all-you-can-eat fish fry for $6.99. And desserts, or buy one, get one free. It's the Mine Shaft.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
All right, we're broadcasting live from Summerfest. We have a great vantage point. We look out at the lake from where we're broadcasting near the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. And we got here. BMO Pavilion was in sunshine and you could see it, and now by the minutes, it's disappearing into the fog.
Yes, I saw a little bit of fog when I was looking at our skyline. I'm like, now everything is foggy
it's
on the lakefront.
It's getting eaten away. You can hardly see the BMO sign outside the pavilion from where we are, which is down the lakefront and around the corner. But it looks like the rain's going to hold off for quite some time. If your plans involve coming to Summerfest on this Friday night, come on down. Make sure you're here. There are lots of places to duck in if a storm rolls through. You'll be good. A lot of the venues have cover as well, so come on down. Spend the Friday at Summerfest. I love this on Fridays. We celebrate an everyday hero. We're doing it again this Friday. Here's WTMJ's Eric Bilstead.
Every week, Wisconsin's Morning News likes to recognize an everyday hero. The show defines an everyday hero as an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning that they'd be saving a life. Today we head to Tooele County, Utah, Middle Canyon. Some recent high school graduates had headed to a campsite, enjoying their last few months before going off to college, when they heard screaming coming from another site.
I kind of heard some help. We were kind of like a little skeptical just because people drive through the canyon and are doing all sorts of stuff.
So yeah, something didn't sound right about this though. The screaming continued, and this wasn't close, about 250 yards away. So what did these teenagers do? They hopped in their pickup truck and drove to that other campsite. And they found a man who had suffered a seizure and fallen into the campfire.
He was laying on the ground, so obviously he was in distress.
The teenagers telling their story to KSL-TV 5 in Utah. They immediately got to work.
None of us talked to each other. We just
all figured it out.
Everyone just went and
did something.
Yeah, one teenager had started training to be an EMT, so he checked on the victim. Another talked to the woman who was with the guy, and another helped bring that man to the pickup to get him to the hospital. The family of the man say he's okay, he's doing better, and had he been taken to the hospital any later, there would have been a different outcome. The teenager's response:
I think we just did what anyone would have done if they were there.
It gives you hope, doesn't it? This group of teenagers, thank you for being an everyday hero. Everyday Heroes, sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
All right, Everyday Hero on WTMJ every Friday during the afternoon. We continue to broadcast from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. We're here until 6 o'clock. So come on by. We'd love to give you a little wave, say hello, just come on by.
Absolutely.
Up next, one of the guys performing here at Summerfest, who also was the man responsible for putting a microphone on Mars, seriously, is with us in the studio. That's straight ahead on WTMJ.
The Brewers Radio Network salutes all those who are serving or have served to protect our freedom.
Hey everyone, Jessica Ty from Wisconsin's Midday News. I want to give a special shout out to the Marine in my life, my niece, First Lieutenant Sophie Tasker of Elm Grove. She's an air intelligence officer currently stationed in Okinawa, Japan. So a big thank you to Sophie for her service, to all the troops currently serving, and our beloved veterans.
This Brewers Radio Network salute to all servicemen and women is sponsored by Discount Liquor.
John Merck here for Griffin Hub in Milwaukee. I love the Hub. They've got a great selection right now at Griffin Hub Milwaukee. Over 200 new vehicles in stock, from the practical Pacifica and the iconic Wrangler to the luxurious Grand Wagoneer and the powerhouse Ram truck. They've got it all sitting there at Griffin Hub in Milwaukee. Jim Griffin's operation, whether it's the Hub, the Chevy place, or the Ford place, is the place to be. And when the sun's out, the top is off this season. See Griffin's Hub for a great selection of Wranglers and Gladiators. Time to hit the open road. They've got Chargers. They've got Challengers ready to be taken home today. Griffin Hub in Milwaukee. Carfax, top-rated dealer. Part of that is because the service department is fantastic. Summertime savings special from Griffin. They'll inspect and rotate your tires. Check your battery, a complete multi-point inspection. Check your AC, change your wiper blades and air filter for $179.95. It's Griffin Hub, Milwaukee.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Mom, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
Traffic and weather sponsored by Flanders Home Entertainment, Flanders.com. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanders Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanders, just press play.
Traffic and weather. It's Wyatt in for Debbie. Hey there, Wyatt.
Hey there, John. We do have a lot of brake lights. Nothing too bad, but you're going to be a couple minutes slow, basically on all the major trouble spots. 94 eastbound and westbound from the zoo into downtown is 2 minutes slow. Both of those delays coming as you approach the stadium interchange. In Waukesha County, 94 eastbound from Highway 16 to the zoo will be about a 15-minute ride. That's a 4-minute delay. 43 southbound is going to be at least 5 minutes slow between Silver Spring and Capitol Drive. And 4145 southbound will see a tap of the brakes around Hampton Road. I'm Wyatt Barmar-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast, a Fleet Farm Storm Team alert. There's a thunderstorm warning in effect until 4:45 for Dodge and Jefferson counties. Dodge and Jefferson counties, so be careful. There's rain headed our direction for most of us, but for most of us, it doesn't probably get here till after 6 o'clock or so. The rain continues tonight, a low of 66. On Saturday, hot, humid, partly cloudy, a high of 88. On Sunday, mostly sunny, a high of 80 degrees. On Monday, mostly sunny, a high of 81. On Tuesday, humid and partly cloudy. Another chance for rain on Tuesday, a high of 90 degrees. Right now, the fog is rolling in here at Summerfest. It is 63 degrees. OAR.
Yes.
Some OAR at the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard, 10 o'clock. You should stick around for that.
I'm doing some dancing and I'm making.
You're a pretty good dancer, especially with these glasses you bought for us.
Yes. Text WATCH to 855-616-1620. Watch, WATCH.
And you can see the glasses.
Someone just texted us asking, can't wait to get to Summerfest. Is it chilly enough for long pants? I would say yes.
I have shorts on. And it's okay, but it's chilly. Wear long pants would be great. Hey, Jason, come on in here.
Oh, with a NASA top.
Here, put these headsets on. We're with you live right here, so put these on. Man, thanks for hustling over here.
Hi.
Jason, pronounce your last name. Is it Achilles?
Achilles, like I always say the Greek god, but everybody says the heel.
It's good to see you again. Thanks for doing this.
Hello again.
You're out of breath. We appreciate you running over here.
What's that?
How much did you run?
Was that like a mile or something?
Wow, excellent.
We got here, and my buddy Vinny dropped me off at.
I want to introduce you by reading your biography because I think this fast. Excuse me, while I put on my actual glasses over my cool glasses that Julia got for me. This is what it says on your website. Touring multi-instrumentalist Jason Achilles divides his time between live performance, record production, orchestral composition, public speaking from coast to coast, and a healthy side gig as an aerospace innovator. I love that, man. You do a lot. You got a lot going on.
And modest self-biographer.
What do you feel more passionate about, your music or your dabbling in space? You got a NASA shirt on, but you're playing here at Summerfest.
I know. Is that like cross-branding? Is that not allowed? I've done music all my life. I always loved space, but I didn't start working in space till like 2017, which is when I got hired by JPL the first time around. And at this point, I'd say they're both essential, and I sacrifice sleep.
Sleep optional.
So what have you done? Because John was just giving a preview of hearing what it's like to be on Mars. You were part of that?
When you say, what have you done, I was thinking of that scene from the Goonies. They're like, tell us the truth. And he's like, all right, third grade. And he has his hand in the blender. So what was the question? I'm sorry.
Microphone on Mars. Talk about the microphone on Mars.
So I was, I basically pitched myself to the Jet Propulsion Laboratory as an audio, I guess, air quotes expert.
Yeah, and you're a musician.
But musicians are idiots. I'm one of them. More for the audio engineering background. I saw that they were going to fly a mic, and I really wanted to help out, and I guess I made a good pitch, and that guy had a good breakfast that day, and they returned my call right away after. I mean, I got blown off by a lot of people before then. But.
That's fantastic. Wow.
A rock star who ends up with a microphone on Mars.
So for the listeners, I'm actually giving a talk at Summerfest Tech next Wednesday about exactly this whole story.
Here's my question.
Yes. At 10:15.
10:15 on Wednesday, right?
On Wednesday is
10:15 Wednesday.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. What was your question?
Would you live on Mars? Would you be one of the first people to colonize?
Not one of the first.
You wouldn't do it?
No, because that's going to suck. About 150 years, it might be like, okay, the travel's a little shorter, it's a little more comfortable.
It's worse than the Oregon Trail to get there, huh?
That's a good question. I mean, if we, I don't know, we could, that's a morbid line of...
I think every 3 years or so, the Earth is pretty close to Mars.
Every 2 years, yeah.
There was a story last week that said that they believe the astronauts, if they were to go soon, would need dialysis to come back.
There's definitely nothing in place right now, I think, that would keep them alive. Just taking the water, the weight of the water alone that you have to take to Mars, exist on Mars, and get back on Mars, just for humans, let alone any other use, is a considerable... Everything in space is about mass.
Huh.
So you pay by weight.
What did the microphone hear?
It heard the sound of the rover and some wind.
Okay. So you could hear wind? Like you could definitely identify that it was something besides the rover?
Yeah, it's actually, I did a frequency analysis of it. It's about 200 hertz and lower, and it's pretty consistent. You can see it on a spectrogram pretty well.
Do you think
And it sounds like wind. It's obvious.
You can
that's
tell.
wind, yeah.
Do you believe that there's life out there besides just here?
Okay, non-funny answer. Yeah, I believe I'd be shocked if in our lifetime we don't discover some sort of microbial evidence of life on Mars. Most likely non-existent or not living, but if it's still alive, that'd be incredible. But yeah, I'd say I'd be shocked if it's not life there at some form at some time.
Little green men, not life like that, right? Like we're talking cellular life?
Yeah, like little, they call them extremophiles, like little creatures that live in bizarre places on Earth that nobody should have any business living on. Much as some musicians have no business living on the charts they exist in.
So you're playing here, actually. I think it's tomorrow. I wrote it down somewhere. Tomorrow, 2:45, Miller Lite Oasis, which is a great stage.
I'm blown away that you guys put us there. And, we have a new single that came out today. So Jason Achilles on Spotify.
Yes.
Shameless promotion. It's called Eurotrash. It's our newest release. Came out 6 hours ago or whatever.
Tell us about your music, Jason. When people ask you to describe your music, how do you describe it?
So we're a two-piece, fully instrumental, experimental rock band. My buddy Keith Larson, who I've known for years in L.A., lives in Minneapolis. And so we put together a little tour to support this show tomorrow. And so he's on drums, and I'm doing guitar, bass, and keyboards at the same time.
Wow.
So when we're talking about experimental, are we thinking like jazz, or are we Yoko Ono? What are we doing?
Oh, that would be something, huh?
That'd be cool, actually.
You know what?
With some Mars wind sound in the background.
Hey, Vinny, you want to jump on?
You got to get the Mars wind sound in that. Excellent.
Oh, yeah, actually, well, yes. So my unpaid publicist here is telling me to remind people. So the last time I was in town was 2 years ago. We were in Minneapolis and then Chicago. I was touring with Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains.
Oh, that's cool.
Keyboards for him. But this is my first time back since then. And it's like, if people are into like Jeff Beck or like Joe Satriani or like Guthrie Govan or David Gilmour, just sort of melodic, heavy. The experimental aspect is more in how we do it live because of all the looping and stuff. So that's more like, who's that? There's this Australian gal that came out a couple years ago, Tasha. I can't remember her name, but she did like all looping stuff, and it's Tosh Sultana. Oh, thank you.
That's our producer. He's good.
That was awesome.
Wow,
so like
right in our ear.
That was cool. Tosh Sultana. Yeah, like something like that where it's the delivery is more experimental. Sonically, it's more like like Jeff Beck kind of stuff, but with like Stevie Wonder keyboards but obviously we wrote. They're not old. They're new songs. It's all original stuff. So
super cool.
It's super cool. I mean, you've collaborated and worked with the guys from Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard. You mentioned Jerry from Alice in Chains. What's it like to collaborate with other great musicians?
It's phenomenal. I've discovered, though, I definitely don't like not being the boss.
Control.
But no, in all those situations, there were really, really wonderful experiences and a lot of very generous. Like Jerry really took care of us when we were out there. That was Vivian Campbell, who is now in Def Leppard. But yeah, he was awesome. And Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses is a longtime keyboard player. He's got a new record coming out that I recorded and produced with him. That'll be out, I think, in like 2 months, and it's great. I think it's like legitimately really cool stuff, and we're super proud of that.
So Jason Achilles, you get a twofer here. Check out both of these. He is performing at the Miller Lite Oasis at 2:45 tomorrow. That's going to be a great show. Spend your Saturday out here. Part of it listening to Jason. That's a fun stage. The Miller Lite Oasis at 2:45. And then on Wednesday is the Tech Talk Science Deal. Wednesday, is that at 10:15 you said?
10:15, I believe.
On Wednesday. You can check it out the Summerfest website.
Hey, Vinny's trying to tell me something. What? Oh, yeah, well, okay. I had a piece played at
Carnegie Hall. That's amazing. You got to pay this guy. You got to pay this publicist.
I think Vinny should do the interview. I'll just hang out and have the...
Exactly.
You guys do have
Next
beer
time.
here, right? For guests?
Jason, extraordinary to talk to you again. Thank you so much.
Wow, you got to come back.
Have a blast.
If we have any, astronomy questions
I got
or
your
anything,
cell phone
can we
number
bring
now,
you
so
back
we're
on
going
to talk about that?
Absolutely.
We're going to do that seriously.
And I was actually TMJ News.
Channel 4 did a thing, right?
We had a story. I was here last summer talking to the kids and working with the Wisconsin Conservatory of Music. And they did
Vinny's proud of you. That was good.
Yeah, that was Vinny. And they came out and did an actual news TV spot on it, which was really cool.
Oh my gosh, we're totally going to bring you back on to talk about that.
I would be happy to be your modestly informed astronomy consultant. I can definitely screw up the details.
So fun.
Thinking about the amount of the water that you'd have to bring with you to Mars and back alone.
So, and Vinny didn't even tell you that. You came, you
that one I got,
yeah.
So the going rate, just to give people a concept for lunar payloads, I'm not sure about just orbital, but to deliver a kilogram of mass, which is 2.2 pounds for Americans, to the moon is $1.2 million.
Whoa!
Per kilogram.
And that's to the moon.
$1.2 million for every about 2 pounds.
Anybody can buy a trip to Mars for their payload if they, you got to pass a certain...
So I'm 127 pounds times 2. Wait, right?
Ooh, that's a lot of cash.
You're a good-looking 127 pounds. There we go.
There you go.
Jason, thank you.
You guys,
so good to have you.
so much.
Perfect. My hands are so cold. Sorry.
It's still
air
sweating
conditioning in here.
I got Keith, my drummer, is an exercise fiend. He'll be proud I ran.
It is 426 at
Thank
WTMJ.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scavini for Universal Windows Direct. Spring is here. It's only going to get hotter from here on out. Do not cool off the outside of your house this year. Call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. Super spacer technology. What does that mean? It keeps the edge of the glass warmer, holds the window seal longer, and makes the windows last up to 5 times longer than other window systems. So your windows from Universal Windows Direct perform better and last longer. Plus, Universal Windows Direct backs it up with a true lifetime warranty as long as you own the home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. Plus, 0% financing for 60 months. Updating your windows with Universal Windows Direct means extra protection from the elements, a consistent temperature in your home, increased energy efficiency, and reduced heating and cooling costs, plus a quieter and more comfortable home. For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, plus 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply. Tell them I told you to call. Get an additional $250 off your project. Go to uwd.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for 2, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Sargento deli-style sliced cheese, 2 for $6. 24-pack essential everyday purified water, 2 for $6. 10 to 12 ounce or 10 to 12 count selected varieties Green Mountain K-Cups or bag coffee, $5.99. 24 to 30.2 ounce selected varieties Edwards cream pies, $5.99.
Why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take them out at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 24th.
Relax with a cold beverage and a great Friday fish fry in an up-north supper club atmosphere. Right here at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club near Holy Hill. WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of my favorite spots. The fish fry is all you care to eat and one of the best. All other dinners are buy one, get one free. So enjoy your favorite steak, seafood, the pan-fried walleye, even steak and lobster. Your second dinner is free as you dine in one of the 8 beautiful dining rooms. Relax with your favorite beverage on the patio in the woods. It is spectacular. Great place for a beer, a glass of wine. Saturday night, buy one prime rib dinner, get one free. The magnificent Sunday brunch is all you care to eat. Kids and grandkids under 3 always eat for free. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. Wherever you live, it's worth a beautiful drive through the Cuddle-Moraine Forest for your free dinner this weekend, a Wisconsin summer must-see. Tables are open at my favorite place, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Julia, say
Hey, John Mercure here for WTMJ Annex Wealth Management, the business report. Mixed day for the markets today. The Dow was up 16 points. The S&P was off 6. The NASDAQ was down 33 points on the day. All this happened with the S&P slide and NASDAQ falling as NVIDIA slides for the second straight day. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
A cancer diagnosis shouldn't mean we can't make plans. It shouldn't mean living without joy or optimism. Cancer shouldn't be calling the shots. At the Frederick and the Medical College of Wisconsin Cancer Network, we're pushing to put cancer in its place by pulling together teams of leading specialists and researchers who work tirelessly for breakthroughs, who are developing innovative ways to treat every cancer, to treat your cancer. And by providing the largest cancer clinical trials treatment program in Wisconsin, so there are more treatment options and more reasons to be hopeful. So let's keep innovating. Let's keep discovering. Let's push to make every cancer diagnosis a story of survivorship and bring back the lightness of life that cancer takes away. To learn more about breakthrough cancer care, visit frederick.com/cancer.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you, who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Traffic is sponsored by East Troy Lions Music Festival. Next weekend, live music, carnival rides, and fun for all. East Troy Lions Music Festival is next weekend. Live music, awesome food, carnival rides, huge beer tent, fireworks, and a parade on Sunday. East Troy Lions Music Festival. Go to easttroylions.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
Good afternoon, 4:32. I'm Connie Weber. Your top story, setting up the protest zone for the RNC.
I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley. Good news, no accidents. Bad news, we definitely got some slowdowns. 43 southbound looks to be the heaviest, bumper to bumper between Silver Spring and Capitol Drive. Northbound will be a couple minutes slow as well, coming up out of the Marquette interchange past Locust Street. 94 westbound will be slow through the Stadium interchange from downtown, but once you get past that, it's looking pretty good. And 894 is still a bit of a crawl. That's 894 westbound coming out of the Mitchell interchange all the way to 60th Street. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team Alert. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Dodge and Jefferson counties until 4:45. Again, severe thunderstorm warning, Dodge County and Jefferson County. Look for showers and storms overnight and into tomorrow in Milwaukee. Tonight's low 66, hot, humid, partly cloudy tomorrow with afternoon and evening showers and storms likely. High Saturday, 88. Right now at 4:33, we're at 71 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, the official RNC security footprint's been released to the public. Most of downtown from the river to 9th Street will be under increased security. Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman had a message for those planning protests.
Just don't do anything that could be considered a threat or harm to the public. Let me be clear. We will not tolerate any acts of violence, any destruction of property in our city.
The coalition to march on the RNC has been critical of the parade route and protest area. Teamsters Union President Sean O'Brien will speak at the Republican National Convention next month. Former President Trump announced the move today, saying O'Brien had accepted his invitation. The influential labor group has yet to endorse a presidential candidate, but O'Brien's requested to speak at both party conventions. Americans on either side of the political aisle want civility and an end to partisan gridlock. An Emerson College poll shows nearly 7 in 10 voters say the government's so divided it doesn't serve Americans' best interests. Congress. 3/4 also said that politicians encourage division out of their own self-interest. Severe flooding hammering northern Minnesota. Heavy rains have led to flooded communities. Governor Tim Walz promising support as he toured damages in St. Louis County today in the northeastern part of that state. County declared a disaster with an estimated $50 million in damages so far and more rain in the forecast. Search and rescue teams in the Sierra Nevada found a little boy who disappeared while in the mountains with his family on Thursday morning. He was found around 8 this morning after a night in the wilderness.
When rescuers in the mountains of Fresno County walked out of the woods with 4-year-old Christian Ramirez, his emotional parents waited to be reunited. Christian wandered away and got lost while the family from the L.A. area was camping. Lieutenant Brandon Purcell is with the Fresno County Sheriff's Office.
He was found about a quarter-mile away. He was not in the campground any longer. He was out in the wooded area.
He says Christian was tired and hungry, but otherwise he was okay after being alone in the wilderness all night. Alex Stone, EBC News.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Stanley Cup Finals tonight. The Florida Panthers get their third chance to win the first championship in franchise history. Game 6 against the Edmonton Oilers. And the Brewers got walked off by the Padres 7-6 in their series opener from San Diego. Milwaukee still leads the NL Central at 44-31. The 4-game series continues tonight. Sighting Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 4:36.
Outdoor living is great, but it's best when it's at your own home. Well, there's a company called Outdoor Living Unlimited that will build you a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, all manner of things to enhance outdoor living at your place, even an outdoor kitchen. Get started right away. Contact Outdoor Living Unlimited now. Get your yard project onto Outdoor Living Unlimited's calendar while there's still openings. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Come escape to Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy stunning lakeside views, on-site golf, award-winning spa, and numerous dining options, including 1878 on the lake. Dive into the pools, explore water sports, or relax by the lakeside fire pits. Experience Lake Lawn Resort's newly renovated guest rooms, part of a multi-million-dollar upgrade for ultimate comfort and luxury. Whether it's a romantic getaway, family vacation, or corporate retreat, Lake Lawn Resort has it all. Book your stay at Lake Lawn Resort today and discover the perfect blend of adventure and relaxation.
Get your rock solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at accunet.com.
If you want to see Julia dancing, text WATCH to 855-616-1620. Watch the live stream.
I almost fell off my chair.
Yeah, you're a pretty good chair dancer, actually. That's En Vogue, or as our producer likes to call them, In Vogue.
There you go.
En Vogue, right?
No,
En Vogue.
En Vogue.
En Vogue.
Excellent.
Free your mind, young producer man.
Yes.
En Vogue is performing tonight at the Uline Warehouse stage. All right, on Friday, we kind of back it up a little bit and look at what's happened during the week. The former president takes over Racine. A tropical storm hits the Gulf Coast, a violent stretch on Milwaukee roads, and more. It is the Week in Review, brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
What we do here is go back.
Governor Tony Evers has filed a request for services to conduct an independent operational audit of Milwaukee Public Schools.
I've heard from educational institutions that want to do good things, saying we just can't get access to talking to the right people at MPS.
We do hope that Milwaukee gets things figured out.
We had with us in the studio the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He is Cavalier Johnson. Senator Ron Johnson is urging you to get involved and tell the protesters stay away from Fiserv Forum, or at least use your voice to try to keep them in line. Will you become involved?
I've been involved. That's how the convention is here in the first place. I've kind of joked that the demonstrators want to be on the stage in Fiserv Forum, and the RNC wants them to be on the moon.
The 45-mile-an-hour winds of Tropical Storm Alberto are whipping up high waves in the Gulf of Mexico. But it's the flooding potential that has homeowners worried from South Padre Island to Galveston.
Hello, Wisconsin. Hello. They say, oh, he doesn't like Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee. I said, you got to fix the crime. We all know that. You got to make sure the election's honest. But I'm the one that picked Milwaukee.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You do not mess with Milwaukee. There's a report out of Chicago that says you may be overnighting in Chicago instead of Milwaukee. Is that the plan?
Well, they have probably, they think because they have a hotel there, have a beautiful hotel there, beauty, as good as it gets. But I'm staying here. I was always planning on staying here. Nice job with the air conditioning. The heat is on.
It's going to be a hot one today.
Tonight, very muggy. Tomorrow, I still think we have highs in the lower 90s.
We would say avoid like the hottest times of the day.
Be sure you're staying hydrated. Alcohol is not good hydration.
Send the kids to the neighbors. I'm coming back loaded.
It's just going to be about the heat.
Investigation continuing following 16 fires in Milwaukee all Tuesday morning. Most of them started in garbage carts.
That should be attempted homicide.
Fly ball right center. Back Freelick on the warning track. Leaping and he caught it! It's over!
Not in my house.
Danny, you are top chef.
Little disheartened. I mean, it looked like Dan really had it. Watching that episode, it seemed like all the stars were aligning for him.
I'm disappointed because I thought that they had little criticism for Dan from Dan, and they had a lot of criticism for the other chefs.
Don't let yourself go.
It was heartbreaking.
Dr. Joe Gao lost his job as chancellor for posting pornographic videos of he and his wife online.
Lucky guy. That's all I'll say.
Right? Now he's hoping he can convince a committee to allow him to continue to teach.
It's protected by the universities of Wisconsin's commitment to academic freedom and freedom of expression.
Milwaukee coming together to celebrate Juneteenth on the city's north side.
I grew up on 15th and Capitol. It's great to come back home and be part of this.
I would say that it's unfortunate, but unfortunate isn't the right word. It's infuriating.
Sheriff's Deputy Dan Hughes says a crowd of about 50 youth were gathered for a large fight after the This for the City event when a suspect, a 17-year-old from Milwaukee, fired into the crowd, killing another 17-year-old.
Folks already gathering right now outside the Church of the Jesu to say goodbye to the late leader of Marquette University.
The hearse holding the body of late Marquette President Mike Lovell arriving in Milwaukee around 8 a.m. Thursday morning.
He always said he was not afraid to die because of his faith.
On behalf of our family, I want to thank you all for coming here today to celebrate
Summerfest is finally here, and we're broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Happy first day of Summerfest. That just gets me excited. How about you, Amy?
Oh, it's so awesome to be down here at the lake, and it's actually, the weather is much better.
A developing story, I-43 is closed in both directions from Locust to Capitol after an officer-involved pursuit and shooting.
Recklessness on the roads. A pregnant woman lost her unborn child. A teenager shot by police.
We are in law enforcement. We enforce the law. Policing the community is all of our responsibility.
What a week.
Suck it, Sheboygan.
This song makes me feel good.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Weekend.
When we're out in your town, come say hi to us as we broadcast live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Anytime you hear us when we're out on the road, you can find us live from our brand new mobile studio.
Whether it be Summerfest, EAA, Opening Day, Air and Water Show,
wherever we may be, you can see us on the radio, live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
WTMJ.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at wipga.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414
414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're headed across town or across the country, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care during our summer tire sale. Right now, buy 3 tires, get 1 free with installation, plus up to $100 consumer rebate on select sets of 4 Goodyear and Cooper tires. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings, and 200-count boxes of blue shop towels, just $10.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
San Diego. Drink it in. It always goes down smooth.
The West Coast road trip continues.
And a drive to deep right field. It is up. It is way gone. Number 200 for Christian Yelich. Back Frelick on the warning track. Leaping and he caught it! It's over!
Brewers, Padres. Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 8:05 on your home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
You stay classy, San Diego.
Traffic and weather on this Friday, and it begins with Wyatt, who's in for Debbie. Hey, Wyatt.
Hey, John. We've got a disabled vehicle on 894 southbound, a little bit beyond the ramp from Beloit Road. That is off on the right shoulder. There was an incident in the Marquette interchange on 94 southbound, right on the ramps there, but it looks like that has been cleared. 94 eastbound is slow from the Zoo interchange pretty much through the stadium. Back the other way on westbound, it's from the Menominee Valley to the stadium. You're losing about 2 minutes either way. Northbound 43 is slow all the way from the Marquette to Keith. And 43 southbound is about 4 or 5 minutes slow between Silver Spring and Capitol Drive. And you can be our eyes on the roads. Report incidents to the WTMJ Hall Mazda Milwaukee.com traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Find out with Hall Mazda all summer. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast tonight. There's a chance of showers and storms. Some in our area right now, a low of 66 tonight. And, Saturday, hot, humid, partly cloudy. Evening showers and storms are likely, a high of 88. Sunday, mostly sunny. Get to see the sun, a high of 80. Monday, mostly sunny, high of 81. Tuesday, hot, humid, partly cloudy. A chance of showers and storms, a high of 90 degrees. Right now, it's mostly cloudy and 69 degrees.
You wanna ride in the rain, you wanna go out on dates, you want somebody to come bring you flowers.
Who's this singing right now, John?
Oh, this is my favorite. 2C. This is 2C at the Miller Lite Oasis at 10:15.
It's called Favorite Song.
Is this your favorite song? I full disclosure, I've never heard this song. I've never heard this artist. Have you?
No.
Me either. Okay. Well, come on out, Miller Lite Oasis. They're the headliner there tonight, so they must be kind of a big deal.
Yeah, come down and say hi to us.
Yes. So we are waiting for Sarah Pancari. She is the woman in charge of Summerfest. We were just told that she is in a meeting, undoubtedly, about the weather and what's going on here tonight. So when Sarah rolls up this way, you will have her here. As soon as she gets here,
That's
you will have her here.
That's important decision-making because there's a lot of outdoor acts. This is all outdoor.
Yeah, so we're keeping an eye on the weather. They're keeping an eye on the weather. When Sarah gets here, we will bring her into the studio.
Because Brian said the bad weather's coming at about 6 o'clock.
Yeah. You know, one of the great things about Milwaukee is how affordable it is. And there's a new list out of the places that are not so affordable. It's called the Unaffordable City List. A new report sums up the feeling of many home buyers by creating a category that labels some cities as just completely unaffordable. This is a list that is global, so this is not just U.S. cities. So these are the cities when they look at what it costs to live there, what rent costs, what insurance costs, what health care costs, what infrastructure costs. You kind of add it all together. These are the cities that are the most unaffordable cities in the world. So in the entire world, there are 5 from California alone that are in the top 10.
Wow.
So these are the most unaffordable cities. Number 10 is Toronto. Number 9 is San Diego, a great city, but a pricey city. Number 8 is San Francisco. The 7th most expensive city is Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne,
Australia.
That's like the Beverly Hills. Like, that's really high
fancy
end. High end. Mm-hmm.
Number 6 is Honolulu, Hawaii. Another great city, but super expensive. 5th most expensive city to live in is Los Angeles. 4th is San Jose.
What?
the ritzy suburb of San Francisco. More expensive than San Francisco.
Okay.
The third least affordable place to live is Vancouver. Sydney, Australia is the second most costly. And the most expensive place is Hong Kong.
Is New York on there?
No, New York's not on there.
Number 1, Hong Kong, I believe that.
Yeah, Hong Kong is number 1. They also, in Hong Kong, have the least amount of people that own a home of any major city in the world. 51% of people in Hong Kong own, 49% rent. That doesn't seem that high to me. I would have thought in other really big cities that it's only like 25% own. Like when you're in Paris and other places like that, it seems like everybody has an apartment.
It's all skyscrapers, John.
Yeah, you're right. And so almost everybody owns.
You know what's really not affordable? When I moved here 10 years ago, it was 33% higher cost of living compared to Milwaukee, Madison.
Oh, yeah.
You have government jobs, professors, and you have the dorm kind of rooms, or the houses that the frat houses that they pay a lot of money for rent. And
so do a lot of people rent in Madison?
I say yes.
Yeah. All right, I see Sarah. She's walking our direction, so that's really great news. So Sarah Pancari is going to join us here in the studio. We'll, of course, ask about the contingency plans for weather and all those sort of things. Come on down. If you got plans to be at Summerfest on Friday, don't let the weather deter you. You got to come down. There's lots of places you can hang out. They're going to take great care of you. Sarah Pancari is the president and CEO of Milwaukee World Festival. She's in charge of Summerfest, and she is with us live on our Pella Windows and Doors mobile studio. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being here.
Hey, what's with the glasses? I love it.
That's Julia's little surprise for us.
We're
you gotta
dress the part.
We're rocking out.
Because it's Summerfest.
It is.
It's only a couple of days in. How's it going so far? It seems great.
It's so great. We're so excited. A big weekend ahead. Big night tonight. Hanson.
Yeah.
OAR. Motley Crue, going to get the rock out.
Modern
with the
English is here.
I mean, Jesus Jones is playing right now. EMF, In Vogue. So the list goes on and on and on. So we're just, and it's it's Summerfest time, so everyone feels it, and we're eating well, and we're playing well, and we're shopping well. All is great.
I don't want to dwell on the weather because we've been telling people that they need to still come down because there's lots of places for you to get inside. But I also want to assure people that you guys keep an eye on the weather. You make sure everybody stays safe, and there are plenty of places to duck in if it rains a little bit.
Yeah, you bet. I mean, we are, of course, watching the weather very, very closely. At the same time, we know that in Wisconsin, things change often very, very quickly. So it can be the couple different temperature zones today between I've had my sleeveless on and I've had a sweater on. So you really just need to dress for it and come on down and enjoy the festival.
I know. If you take a look at BMO right over here, John was talking about the fog.
Yes.
Couldn't even see it a few minutes ago, and then it cleared up.
And now it's all good.
Hey, what's new down here this year? Tell us highlight a couple of new things, because every year you guys innovate. Every year there's new stuff. What are you focused on this year?
We're really excited about the Aurora Pavilion. So we opened up that space. It feels new. We're added every day. There's live music as well as our DJ set at the end of the night. That's a really, really exciting new area at the Midgate. We've also got Yield, our new art installation, which is really, really cool. See it at night with all the lights, and it moves, and
that's like the corn maze kind of thing, right?
It's the cosmic cornfield, you bet.
With music.
Music. And then the little gig. So we've revamped our children's programming in the Northwestern Mutual Community Park with a dance party at the end of the night.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
Lots of other really fun stuff for the kids. So today was Children's Fest Day, of course, but the fun really goes the entire festival every day.
That's really important for families. You know, what some fans want to know, like as they're getting ready for Motley Crue tonight, what goes on behind the scenes? Because we have some high end. You know, we have like Gavin DeGraw, we have Hanson. So do they have needs?
Of course, right? Everyone has needs. I think,
a writer?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I think what the real benefit of this job is that in the mornings when some artists choose to do sound checks, you're able to, walk through and hear different sound checks and hear how they practice in the space that they're walking into for their performance. So that's a pretty cool part of the gig, which I've always loved.
That's a great perk. So they don't all do that, right? Is it up to the artist if they decide to do it?
Yeah, I think it really depends on when they're available, how they're coming in, what kind of sound team they're working with, and how comfortable they are in the space.
Oh my gosh!
But yeah, and I think the other thing I would say that's really important is that when you look at a headliner, look at everything before that headliner. Because example tonight, we're going right from black violin into I'm going to forget the artist, and then into In Vogue. And so help me out, John.
Yeah, it's modern English.
No. Uline.
Jeffrey Osborne.
How could I forget
I would
Jeffrey
love
Osborne?
to see Jeffrey
I've been talking about
Osborne.
Jeffrey Osborne.
Yeah.
This is my fatigue setting in. I will tell you, I'm embarrassed to say that. I'm so sorry, Jeffrey Osborne. But and when you look at the so I think Jesus Jones into modern English into EMF is a really good example. So take a look at the headliner. You're probably going to like the bands that are playing immediately before.
Who have you seen practice? Gavin DeGraw?
No, I didn't this morning. Look at you're so excited.
I love
She's been talking about Gavin DeGraw all day.
Is that a thing for you?
I love him. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So this is a big day for you.
Yes.
I did not hear him, but I'm sure if you sing a little bit, he'll hear you, and you can.
Historically, do you have memories historically? Like, can you think of a magic moment where there was almost nobody in there and you heard somebody warming up?
I've heard. One year I heard Chris Jansen, he's a country artist, and he could just tell he was having a good time. He was enjoying his sort of pre-open. So I think a lot of the country folks are really fun. And last year, Walk the Moon. Walk the Moon sounded so good, and some of our colleagues were really excited about that one. So the other thing is, like, artists sort of walk around too, so you gotta kind of keep your eyes out because they enjoy the festival too.
Fun.
I have not seen Gavin DeGraw today, Julia.
He's at the best venue out here.
He'll be here very soon and be on the stage.
I love the BMO Pavilion. That's where he is tonight. You got to check that out. And after him, it's Hanson. That's going to be so much fun. I love that venue. That's a perfect venue on the water. It's so special.
And plug for OAR. It's always a great show. 2 C's at Miller, Chelsea Cutler at Hartley, at Generac. It's going to be a great night
and weekend. It's going to be a fantastic weekend.
And of course, SZA tomorrow. SZA, it's her
she's
first
hot.
performance. Yeah, she's like global superstar. So one of her first performance in the state of Wisconsin, certainly in Milwaukee. So we're very excited to welcome her.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah Pancari, thank you for hustling over here. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Thank
you guys
you.
do such amazing work.
We are very grateful to all the fans and all the artists that come support us.
Yeah,
so
I
please
love
come
to
out.
hear that the artists just love what they do.
Absolutely. They're here to play. So.
Come on out. Come out to
Electric.
Summerfest. Make it part of your weekend. Sarah, thank you. Have a great week.
Thanks.
You
We'll
can
see you guys
sleep
soon.
on the weekdays.
Summerfest Tech, though. Come on.
We just had Jason Achilles in here, who's one of the guys talking at Summerfest Tech.
Oh, great.
He's performing at Miller Lite Oasis, this musician. His name's Jason Achilles. You probably already know this. And then at Tech on Wednesday, he's talking because he's the guy who put the microphone on the moon for NASA.
Right? Mars.
What a guy.
So
Yeah, Mars. Julia's right. Mars. Microphone on Mars.
Summerfest Tech there's so much great programming, and people think it's just for people that are in technology. It's not. There's really, really great, interesting, because we're really all into technology as we pick up our phones.
All right, Sarah, have a great week.
Thanks.
Good to see you. It is 4:57 at WTMJ.
2 local union leaders expressed concerns about RNC work. One union president says that upwards of 25% of represented Pfizer Forum employees have declined assignments, while another union leader says his members are afraid of reporting due to visitors possibly carrying guns near the convention footprint. UW-Milwaukee releases a request for offers to purchase one of its residence halls. The 3-story, 17-unit graduate housing facility closed in May of 2023. The final Flannery's location at Fire Ridge Golf Club in Grafton closes. The course's owners say they will operate their own bar and food menu instead of replacing the restaurant. I'm Drew Dawson with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
One day, a 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission structure will be commonplace. But for now, it's not the case. So you can pay 6% for what we can do for about half that, or you can pay less for full service. For some, it's hard to believe, but for our customers, they know it to be true. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, and our agents understand the meaning of great customer service. And you'll see they're the cream of the crop. So don't pay more than you have to. Pay less for full service with Benefit Realty. Benefit-realty.com. The reviews are in, and folks seem to like how we do business. And what's more, they can't get over the level of service and real estate expertise they get for far less than what they'd pay an agent from a big-name company. At 3.5 to 3.9%, you'll save up to nearly 50% in commission by choosing a Benefit Realty full-service agent. Everything they do, we do, for up to 50% less. There's no catch. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. See our success stories at benefit-realty.com.
Hey, John Mercure here. I'm feeling great these days, in large part because of Connect Chiropractic. I love the teams at Connect. Dr. Alex, Dr. Marley, Dr. Olivia. Fantastic. Dr. Olivia saw me yesterday, gave me a little adjustment in the Tosa office. They've got locations at Connect Chiropractic at Delafield and Tosa. Been working a lot in the yard, working in the flower beds, doing some weeding. It's not easy. I'm not as young as I used to be. Connect Chiropractic always makes sure that I feel right, that I'm in a good spot. They will take care of you so you can play with those kids, get out on the boat, feel fine on the golf course, take care of yourself. Let Connect Chiropractic be part of the equation for you. They've got a long-term care focus on total wellness. It's Connect Chiropractic.
Who's ready to save a bucket load at Fleet Farm? Just buy one of our signature 5-gallon buckets for $3.99 and get 15% off anything that fits inside it. Save on Daiwa, Daredevil, and Trilene, DeWalt, and Milwaukee hand tools. Save on snacks, grilling gear, and more. Any qualifying products that fit in the bucket are 15% off now through June 26th. Our bucket sale is just another great way to save on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's Brewers Cubs. It's the I-94 rivalry. It's your chance to defend American Family Field. Be here June 28th through the 30th for 3 huge Brewers games. Find your spot for the action at brewers.com/tickets.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
WTMJ's John Mercure here. The Mine Shaft in Hartford is hiring servers, bartenders, and pizza cooks. A great summer job for high school and college students. You'll make great cash. Parents and grandparents, tell your kids. Inquire today, start next week. MineshaftRestaurant.com.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendix Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Check out new low prices on your favorite items at Sendix, like 6-ounce Yoplait yogurt for just 79 cents every day. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Summerfest is finally here. And we're broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio. All the sounds of Summerfest go through here. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Good afternoon, it's 5:02. I'm Connie Weber, and this is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Friday, June 21st. Your top story details on the protest zone at the RNC.
I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, and we'll start with 43 southbound, where we got bumper-to-bumper traffic between Silver Spring and Capitol Drive. 4145 southbound as well, Mill Road and Silver Spring. That's where you'll see your brake lights. 94 eastbound is a couple minutes slow through the Menominee Valley and all the way past the Stadium Interchange. 94 eastbound is slow as you approach the Stadium Interchange around 70th Street. And 894 westbound is slow all the way out of the Mitchell past 60th Street, nearly all the way to the Hale. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic.
WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team Alert. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Jefferson County until 5:15 now. It was till 4:45. It's been extended for another half hour. Again, severe thunderstorm warning for Jefferson County till 5:15. Chance of showers and storms overnight. Low 66. Hot, humid, partly cloudy tomorrow with showers and storms likely. High tomorrow 88. We're at 66 degrees in Milwaukee at 5:03. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, where can protesters of the RNC protest?
Just a few blocks away from where delegates will enter the convention at Pfizer Forum, protesters will be able to gather at Haymarket Square Park. Mayor Johnson's chief of staff, Nick Desiato, says local leaders feel it's ample space.
I would challenge anyone to find a place closer to there with sightlines directly looking at Pfizer Forum.
But Omar Flores with the Coalition to March on the RNC disagrees.
Haymarket Square is not within sight and sound of the RNC unless you have a really loud voice. Even with the speakers that we have, there is no way that they will be able to hear us within sight and sound.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
Donald Trump says he plans to announce his running mate at the RNC. NBC News reports North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance are at the top of Trump's short list, with Florida Senator Marco Rubio still being considered by the campaign. Supreme Court has upheld a federal gun control law that's intended to protect domestic violence victims. President Biden praised the decision, saying that no one who's been abused should have to worry about their abuser getting a gun. Justices ruled 8-1 today in favor of a 1994 ban on firearms for people under restraining orders to stay away away from their spouses or partners. An Arkansas grocery store, the scene of the nation's latest mass shooting. A lone gunman opened fire at the Mad Butcher grocery store in Fordyce, about 70 miles south of Little Rock, late this morning. The state's Public Safety Secretary Mike Hager confirmed 3 were killed, 8 hospitalized.
The injuries to the officers and the suspect are not considered life-threatening. The remaining civilian injuries range from non-life-threatening to extremely critical.
That suspect was shot and wounded by responding officers. An unborn baby is dead and 6 teenagers hurt after a police chase. An officer-involved shooting that closed I-43 in both directions for hours yesterday. A pregnant 18-year-old shot, seriously wounded. The baby did not survive. A 17-year-old boy also shot and seriously wounded. The vehicle was wanted in connection with an armed robbery carjacking. Milwaukee police say those inside wouldn't obey commands to get out of the vehicle and hit a squad car. That's when the officer fired. Suburban and rural school districts statewide waiting with bated breath to find out the implications of Milwaukee Public Schools getting a boost in funding. TMJ4's Andrea Albers has more on how a $250 million referendum could affect schools far beyond MPS.
The impact on Cedarburg schools is included in a hypothetical analysis by Wisconsin's Legislative Fiscal Bureau. It examined the potential impact of Milwaukee Public Schools spending an additional $140 million in the first year of its referendum. More than 350 districts would also receive less aid. In Kenosha, a reduction of $858,000. Racine, $1.9 million. Waukesha, more than $2 million. And West Bend, just over $1 million.
Coming up, another Wisconsin chef to cheer on. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 5:06.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. My home is my happy place. It's happier thanks to CertaPro Painters. They painted the exterior of our house. It was quick. It was easy. You can schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's CertaPro with a C. Estimates are easy. Estimates are accurate. They clean up. CertaPro Painters are the real deal. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Welcome to Summerfest.
Hey, Julia, you know what my favorite part of Summerfest is?
The food.
No.
The music.
Not that either. It's broadcasting live from the Summerfest grounds in our Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
It's Summerfest 2024, and we're there live all fest long.
Come say hi when we broadcast live from the Summerfest grounds during Wisconsin's afternoon news, 3 to 6 p.m. right here on Wisconsin's radio station, WTMJ.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scavini for Universal Windows Direct. Super spacer technology. What does that mean? It helps keep the edge of the glass warmer, holds the window seal longer, makes the windows last up to 5 times longer than other window systems. So your windows from Universal Windows Direct perform better and last longer. Plus, Universal Windows Direct backs it up with a true lifetime warranty as long as you own the home. Updating your windows with Universal Windows Direct means extra protection from the elements, a consistent temperature in your home, increased energy efficiency, and reduced heating and cooling costs. For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, plus 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 years. Restrictions apply. Tell them I told you to call. Get an additional $250 off your project. Go to UWD.com. Like me, you'll be saying,
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
WTMJ News Time 5:08. Top Chef Wisconsin's over, but you'll have another local chef to cheer on in the future.
4 chefs are determined to beat the clock and each other. Let's meet them.
You'll soon see a Milwaukee chef featured on the popular show Guy's Grocery Games on the Food Network. Mike Meinzer, the culinary director at Third Coast Provisions in downtown Milwaukee, joined Wisconsin's Midday News to break the news.
They actually reached out to us through our Instagram. They saw the food that we do at Third Coast Provisions, at Flower Shop Pizza, at Merriman Social, reached out and asked if I wanted to do it, and I said, of course.
So Meinzer goes from Brew City to Flavor Town, competing in Guy Fieri's grocery store cooking competition.
It's not just cook a meal. It's, hey, maybe you only have $20 to spend. Maybe you can only buy 6 pounds of food, which is insane.
His episode airs next season. Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Stanley Cup will be at the building again tonight. Florida Panthers get their third chance to win the first championship in franchise history. It's Game 6 against the Edmonton Oilers. Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark lead in the first voting returns for the WNBA All-Star Game. And the Brewers got walked off by the Padres 7-6 in their series opener from San Diego. 4-game series continues tonight. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 5:09.
Here's a penny for your thoughts. There's about 11,000 tire-related crashes every year.
Mostly due to driving around on underinflated, beat-up, worn-out tires with low tread.
A couple of clicks at richlawns.com will get you scheduled for a free tire tread test.
But if you're pressed for time, there's an old trick we use in the tire industry that'll tell you if you need tires.
And that's free, too.
My dad showed me, who learned it from his dad, who learned it from someone else way back in 1964.
Ah, yes. The old penny test.
Yep, just place a penny head first.
As in upside down.
Into the groovier tire. Now, if you can see the top of Lincoln's head, you're due for tires.
And hey, if the free penny test frazzles you, book an appointment at richlawns.com.
If your tires are good,
no harm, no foul, because it won't cost you a penny. Be safe, buckle up, and hang. Always make sure you've got good tread in your tires. I'm Brett Matchke with Rich Lawns. You're
due for service.
Such a refreshing change. Rich Lawns.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
Here we go.
Summerfest.
Get your star sunglasses on.
I just put them on.
I love it.
These glasses look good. They don't stop the sun at all.
No.
So they're
UV
perfect for right
protection.
now.
Yes, text WATCH to 855-616-1620, WATCH, WATCH. You can see our cool sunglasses.
Yes, check us out, watch. Hey, let's bring in our friend Dick Napinski. He's the Director of Communications for EAA Air Venture Oshkosh. I am super excited because it's only a month away. We will be in Oshkosh. Dick, good afternoon. Thanks for being with us.
Good afternoon. It's good to get out of the office, isn't it?
Yes.
It's good to get out of the office, Dick. And one of the things I'm very excited about, I love the way you guys honor the military and that heritage. This year at EAA, D-Day's 80th anniversary was just this month, and you have a lot of cool stuff that commemorates that up there.
We certainly do. We're using it as 1944, the year that turned the tide for the Allies. Of course, D-Day, the 80th anniversary commemoration. And we're bringing in a lot of airplanes from that era, the B-29 bomber, the Lancaster bomber from Canada, a couple of P-47 Thunderbolts. They are rare, rare airplanes. A Hellcat from the Pacific Theater, a couple C-47s. The Air Force Band's going to be there on Boeing Plaza playing 1940-style music and a lot more. That's going to be on Wednesday, July 24th, day 3 of AirVenture this year.
Dick, talk about the painting invasion stripes on the C-47.
Yeah, we've got a C-47 coming in from the Dakota Air Museum, and what the Allies did back then to make sure the troops on the ground could tell it's one of our airplanes is they would paint invasion stripes on the wings of the airplanes, the big white wide stripes on the wings of the airplanes. And we're going to do that between the afternoon and night air show on July 24th. We're going to get people from the Dakota Air Museum painting it on just like they did during the war. They used rollers and mops and brushes and everything else. Wow. You know, it's not one of your neat artistic type paintings. They painted the invasion stripes on. They used whitewash and just slapped it on there. They're going to reenact that on Boeing Plaza that night between the two air shows.
Oh, that's huge. I love that.
That's so cool. Hands-on workshops for those interested in learning to build an aircraft. That's free if you show up there. Teachers' Day for area educators is Friday, July 26th. That's the day we're there. So teachers, come up. Learn how to put an aviation theme in the classroom and hang out with us. And, Dick, talk about early bird admission because this is a big deal.
It is. You know, it was supposed to end last Saturday. We've extended it through June 30th. So come on, get a few bucks off your tickets. Go to eaa.org/airventure and go right to the ticket page and save a few dollars. And, of course, kids 18 and under are always free, so you'll save money right there. But we'd love people from the area to come on up and enjoy aviation and the world's greatest aviation celebration. You'll see a collection of people and airplanes you'll see no place else in the world in one place.
It is a special, special week. I love going there every single week. We'll continue to talk to Dick every Friday. Have a great weekend, Dick. Thank you.
You too. Stay dry. Have fun.
Thank you.
EAA.org. Check it out. It is 5:14 at WTMJ.
It's like playing baseball in the house.
Mom, Dad broke the window.
Without the risk of...
Again.
That. Every Thursday at 8:40, play virtual baseball on Wisconsin's Morning News. Step up to the virtual plate and test your mettle against the best.
Swing and a drive to right.
It's virtual baseball, presented by Signing Unlimited. Only played here on WTMJ.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for Umbrook Family Dental. I wanted to tell you while I'm looking at beautiful Lake Michigan, my teeth are gleaming off the water because I went to Umbrook Family Dental. It's amazing. I got a cleaning there. It was amazing with the help of laser technology as well. I'm going to Dr. Brunner. He's easing my TMJ and headaches. Wonderful staff like Mindy made the whole process so comfortable. I have another appointment in about 2 weeks. Go to elmbrookfamilydental.com to book an appointment. They get you in so quick. I get in with my cleaning in 4 days after I made a phone call. There are 7 dentists there in total and 2 convenient locations in Brookfield. Another office in Wauwatosa is under construction, about to open on August 1st. Go to elmbrookfamilydental.com.
Do you need to rent a bus for a corporate outing, baseball game, or a wedding? Milwaukee Bus Rentals has a bus for you. You may have seen our lime green buses driving through town. Now we have a fleet of black buses too. The rides are perfect for bachelorette parties, wedding shuttles, trips to the ballpark, and corporate outings. Milwaukee Bus Rentals can even plan a tour of Milwaukee to add to your bus rental if you'd like. The wheels on our buses do in fact go round and round all through the town. Book yours at MilwaukeeBusRentals.com.
$1, just $1 over cost, and you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, just $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. Our only requirements is we put them on for you. Available at all 5 Griffin stores. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanders Home Entertainment, Flanders.com. They're unbelievable. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanders Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanders, just press play.
Your traffic and your weather. Let's start with the traffic. Wyatt, how are we doing on this Friday?
We got a couple slowdowns. 94 eastbound is looking a little bit worse through the from about the Zoo interchange through the stadium. It's pretty much bumper to bumper once you get to 84th Street. Westbound, though, looking better through the Menominee Valley. That's been slow all day. Highway 4145 from Highway Q to the Zoo is about a 17-minute ride. That's a 3-minute delay. 43 southbound is still slow between about Silver Spring and Capitol Drive, but it looks like it's getting a little bit better. Can't say the same for northbound, though. All the way from the Marquette up past Locust, you'll be pretty much slow. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast, a Fleet Farm storm team alert, a thunderstorm warning in effect until 5:15 for Jefferson County. Going to rain for most of us tonight, a low of 66 degrees. Tomorrow, hot and humid, a chance for afternoon rain, a high of 88. Sunday's the good day, sunny, a high of 80. Monday, sunny, 81. Tuesday, hot and humid, a high of 90 degrees. Oh! EMF at the U.S. Cellular Connection stage at Summerfest tonight at 10 o'clock. That's going to be a fun show.
Excellent.
Yes.
Hey, we're learning a little bit more about that carjacking that turned into a shootout with police on I-43. It shut down for hours. We learned that there were 6 people in that stolen vehicle, including an 18-year-old pregnant woman. She was among those in the suspect's car. She was shot, survived. The baby did not. Another 17-year-old was shot and is hospitalized tonight. We've learned that this started with a carjacking. There were 2 separate ones, armed carjackings, and it happened downtown. And we've learned it's not the only one that's been happening. So far this year, carjackings are up 35% over the last 2 years. The number of carjackings last year was 463. So according to the crime statistics from the Milwaukee Police website, we are not doing very well at this time. So far this year, we're already at 221 carjackings. If we keep going at this rate, we'll surpass last year's numbers.
That's rough. That is not. That's not a good place for the numbers to be. So we'll stay on top of this for you. We will check it out, and we'll, of course, keep you updated on the condition of those folks that were involved in that crash after the apparent crime yesterday. It is 5:19 at WTMJ. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, Gen Z, the youngest out there, are whining and complaining about how Gen X and millennials are dressing. What kind of socks are you wearing right now? Are they ankle socks, or are they socks that come up on your calf? Let me give you a clue. If they're those little ankle socks that almost everybody wears these days, Gen Z says you are old.
You're out.
You're out. That conversation we continue on WTMJ.
With hail and high winds experienced this year in South Milwaukee, Oak Creek, and surrounding areas, Ridgetop Exteriors has been hard at work helping the community get their homes repaired. If you've experienced damage to your home, you need a local and trusted contractor. Ridgetop Exteriors' expert team specializes in navigating the insurance process so your repairs can get done. And they're happy to come out anytime for a free damage inspection. Schedule your free inspection today at ridgetopexteriors.com. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning, water softeners, reverse osmosis systems. They deliver the salt right to your basement. I know because I have Guthrie and Fry in my home, and they do a great job. With Guthrie and Fry, it's quality products and services at a fair price from a local company that you can trust. It's Guthrie and Fry, friendly, convenient, budget-conscious Guthrie and Fry water conditioning. Better water really makes a big difference. It's Guthrie and Fry, Southeast Wisconsin's #1 choice, Guthrie and Fry water conditioning.
Champagne's not as cheap as ginger ale, and you can't buy caviar for the same price as candy. But right now, you can buy the highest-end Beautyrest Black and Tempur-Pedic mattresses for nowhere near their highest-end prices. Hassellus Mattress is clearing out a handful of premium floor models. These mattresses are the best, and you can get them for way less. Like the Split King Tempur-Pedic Luxe Breeze in soft or firm was $10,198, now just $25,448. Or the Queen Beautyrest Black L-Class Firm was $26.99, but the floor model is just $13.49. Plus, save with massive markdowns on adjustable bases, starting at $287. It's like buying a Rolls Royce for $10,000 just because it sat on the showroom floor. Selection is limited. Only a few floor models are available at each Hassellus location, and when they're gone for good. Find a self-service, employee-free showroom near you at hassellus.com.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
There's a reason people sold to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
Not only did we receive a fair offer, but we were able to take as much time as we needed and could leave the house a mess.
Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
Hanson tonight performing at the BMO Pavilion. They're the headliner at 9:30. Hanson coming out to Summerfest. That's a great venue, that BMO Pavilion stage. Jutting out there into Lake Michigan. So come on out. All right, Gen Z is on my last nerve.
And I think they think Hanson's out.
Oh, they think everything's out. They think everything is out. So this has been going all over the place. It's all over social media. Gen Z is all over, folks, for the kind of socks that they're wearing. So most people...
It's a tell. It's a tell.
It's a tell, right? I'm looking at people wandering around. So people that have socks on...
I was yesterday years old when I learned this.
Most people who have socks on now are wearing ankle socks.
Look, see?
Okay.
She's a Gen Zer.
And they're like full socks. So Gen Z says if you are wearing ankle socks or socks where you can't really see the socks, that you're out. You're old. You're dated. They say you need to be wearing crew socks, rocking those socks that come halfway up your calf.
Yeah.
So all these guys right now, look, you're wearing socks where you can't really see them.
Are you wearing socks? You are, but you can't see them.
Gen Z says those socks are out. That you need to wear big, long, like her. Look, she said yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, you know, the
See, I'm
80s
with you. Look,
kind of going
I'm
up.
like you.
Yeah, no, look, I don't even
her
have
too.
them. Socks are out.
We're old, apparently.
He doesn't wear underwear. Okay,
Yeah.
whoa. I don't know what Gen Z thinks about
Thank you
that.
for not proving that. So they say if you're wearing ankle socks or even socks where you can see a little bit that you are old and you are out. And a Gen Zer just walked by and she had
I feel like my legs are
socks.
feel a little more stocky when I have the longer tube socks, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. You know what else Gen Z says is out?
What?
The front tuck. Wearing the shirt. Women
lady
wear
front tuck.
the lady front tuck. They're saying no.
I thought that was so hip, John.
I did too. I think they just take what's hip and they try to make people feel like it's not hip.
No, because the Gen
Everybody's
Zers,
wearing the front tuck, right? Do you wear the front tuck, the lady front tuck?
Of course. When I'm wearing a bigger shirt, like even the 621, I do a little tuck in the front to show like I actually have a figure. Seems like Gen Zers, it's just really big, baggy. And I did an interview with some teenagers, and I said, yeah, we used to wear really tight clothes. And she goes, they went, why? They looked at me like I was an alien. What? In high school?
Speaking of tight clothes, you know what else Gen Z says is out? They said, don't catch me dead in skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are out, they say. All right. I've never heard this phrase. Have you? Women, they say, used to use this phrase. I'm wearing my going out tops. A nice top you'd wear on a night out. Like instead of a T-shirt, I'm going to go put on a going out top.
Who says that?
They say that in our generation.
We say that?
They say millennials and Gen X. I've never heard that phrase. Have you?
I don't know.
I'm going to put on a going out top. I might say I'm going to put a nicer shirt on.
What are you wearing to go out?
A nicer shirt or blouse. Okay, let's skip that one. Gen Z, just shut up. This is what Gen Z also says is out. Oversized T-shirts or sweatshirts over bike shorts or yoga pants. No, see, here's the problem with Gen Z. They don't wear anything over yoga pants, and so that booty is just hanging out.
Yikes.
No, wear something nice and baggy. Cover your behind up.
Or they think that the yoga pants are out?
Well, they think the sweatshirts that cover the yoga pants are out. Leave something to the imagination. Can you please wear a baggy sweatshirt once in a while? And here's the last one we're going to discuss. Your thoughts on this? Side parts in the hair. They say that they love us. They say side parts in the hair are out.
Really?
Completely out. See, you have a nice part right in the middle. They love you.
Gen Xers do that. Meghan Markle does it. I used to do a side part all the time, and it just looks a little more symmetrical, so I do it down the middle. It took a while for me to break that habit.
All right, so Gen Z loves what you're doing with your hair. That's nice. They're not hot about your socks
just for that.
or your front tuck.
Wow, I'd never realized that my socks were totally giving away my age.
And socks is the number one thing, if you look on social media, that Gen Z's upset about. Hey, guys, look at your socks. So Gen Z says if you're wearing short socks like that, and Julie and I are too, that it means you're old.
Can you believe that?
They
said they are old.
They are saying that, call me old-fashioned. That's a great sweatshirt.
That is a great sweatshirt.
And I will call you old-fashioned proudly, right?
Did you know that, though? Did you know that was a tell that you were old if you had the shorter socks?
If you had shorter socks?
Yeah, little sock
his is you're in the gray area, sir. You do cover your ankle bone. No, you're old.
I'm old. I am.
They say crew socks. You got to rock the crew socks, or you're an old person.
Like from the 80s.
I went up a level because
you did go up a level. 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4.
You guys enjoy Summerfest.
Enjoy your day. Thank you. Yeah, see, no one knows this.
I know. Nobody knows it. I know. That's what we're here for.
We're spreading the word.
It's 5:28 at WTMJ. Time for the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Here's how we ended Friday. The Dow was up 16 points. It's at 39,150. The S&P had an up week, but it was down today off 9 points to 54.64. The NASDAQ was off 32 on the day. It sits at 17,689. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Relax with a cold beverage and a great Friday fish fry in an up-north supper club atmosphere. Right here at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club near Holy Hill. WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of my favorite spots. The fish fry is all you care to eat and one of the best. All other dinners are buy one, get one free. So enjoy your favorite steak, seafood, the pan-fried walleye, even steak and lobster. Your second dinner is free as you dine in one of the 8 beautiful dining rooms. Relax with your favorite beverage on the patio in the woods. It is spectacular. Great place for a beer, a glass of wine. Saturday night, buy one prime rib dinner, get one free. The magnificent Sunday brunch is all you care to eat. Kids and grandkids under 3 always eat for free. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. Wherever you live, it's worth a beautiful drive through the Kettle Moraine Forest for your free dinner this weekend, a Wisconsin summer must-see. Tables are open at my favorite place, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Gorgeous new roofs, showstopper siding, or classic brick and stonework. How about modern windows and regal doors that'll make your chin hit the floor? To a lot of people, having these things can really make them enjoy where they live. It makes them proud. But there's always one thing standing in the way. How do I make that happen? At Semperfi Roofing and Exteriors, we have excellent financing options for most people in most situations. 12 months, no interest, no payments, and exceptional rates for long-term loans that will beat your bank with no additional fees or hidden costs. You can go to SemperfiRoofing.com to apply for your pre-approval today. We want to make any project affordable to almost any person, and we've gone out of our way to find partners that can help make it happen for you. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semperfi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semperfi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semperfi.
Ask about our finance options.
Traffic is sponsored by East Troy Lions Music Festival. Next weekend, live music, carnival rides, and fun for all. East Troy Lions Music Festival is next weekend. Live music, awesome food, carnival rides, huge beer tent, fireworks, and a parade on Sunday. East Troy Lions Music Festival. Go to easttroylions.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 5:30. I'm Connie Weber. Your top story: where protesters can go during the Republican National Convention.
I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, and we got a lot of people on the roads, but none of the delays are too bad, except for 43 southbound between Silver Spring and Capitol. That'll be a nice little slowdown, but 94 eastbound's getting better. You'll still have a tap of the brakes between the zoo and the stadium interchanges, but it'll be all right. 43 northbound is a couple minutes slow coming up out of the Marquette and headed past Locust, and 894 is slow eastbound through the Hale coming out towards the lake, and also westbound coming out of the Mitchell through the construction zone all the way to 60th Street. I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Showers and storms possible overnight, likely tomorrow. Overnight lows in the mid-60s. Hot, humid, partly cloudy tomorrow. Again, those showers and storms possible in the afternoon and evening. High Saturday, 88 degrees. Right now at 5:31, we're at 66. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, the official security zone for the Republican National Convention was released earlier today. One of the places protesters will be able to demonstrate includes Haymarket Square, just north of Fiserv Forum. Mayor Johnson's Chief of Staff, Nick DeCiato.
I would challenge anyone to find a place closer to there with sightlines directly looking at Fiserv Forum. It's also where there is an egress, where the bus depot is, of where delegates will be entering.
ACLU filed a lawsuit against the city earlier this month, saying the protest zones limit free speech. Today, they said they're disappointed how much of downtown Milwaukee will be restricted. More than 130 million Americans dealing with a massive heat wave. National Weather Service says it'll continue in the Northeast and Midwest over the next several days. Pittsburgh temperatures expected to feel like 110 degrees. Washington, D.C., 101 on Sunday. Forecasters say the heat wave in the South and Great Plains could last until early next week. Federal search and rescue teams headed to southern New Mexico to look for victims of several large wildfires that have devastated small towns.
At least 1,400 buildings have been destroyed in the wildfires burning in New Mexico, and at least 2 people are known to be dead. But there are fears there are many more who were unable to escape from the flames as they came into towns. Now, FEMA urban search and rescue teams from Los Angeles County Fire and Orange County, California Fire are heading to New Mexico with human remain detection dogs to search for those who may not have been able to get away from the flames. Alex Stone, EBC News.
Waukesha has a new fire chief.
The Police and Fire Commission has unanimously approved the appointment of Robert Goplin as the city's new fire chief at their meeting on June 19th. Goplin has more than 27 years of service in Green Bay. He's been assistant fire chief there since February 2016. The city says Goplin was chosen after a nationwide search from a field of more than 25 applicants. The position of fire chief has been vacant since May when Chief Steve Howard retired. Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Game 6 of NHL's Stanley Cup Final set for tonight. Oilers will look to force Game 7 when they take on the Florida Panthers in Edmonton. Panthers hold a 3-2 series lead. Oilers just trying to become just the third team ever to force a Game 7 in Cup Final history after trailing 3-0. Brewers-Padres again tonight. Brewers got walked off by the Padres 7-6 in their series opener from San Diego. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:34.
San Diego. Drink it in. It always goes down smooth.
The West Coast road trip continues.
And a drive to deep right field. It is up. It is way gone. Number 200 for Christian Yelich. Back freely on the warning track. Leaping, and he caught it! It's over!
Brewers, Padres. Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 8:05 on your home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
You stay classy, San Diego.
We're sponsored by Holiday Automotive. Highway 23 in Fond du Lac. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip.
Hey, Wisconsin, Greg Matzik here for Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac. Hey, go where summer leads you and drive inspired in the new Mazda car or crossover or Mazda certified pre-owned model that's right for you. As Wisconsin's #1 Mazda dealer, Holiday is the destination to gear up for your journey, get more Mazda for your money, and more for your trade, while experiencing all the stuff that makes fans out of drivers from all over the Badger State. Loyal fans like me who value Team Holiday's welcoming hospitality, simplified buying approach, and award-winning guest care. Connect with Holiday now to lock in the season's best offers, like rates as low as 0% on Mazda SUV favorites, like the invigorating and beautiful Mazda CX-5, the rugged and refined Mazda CX-50, or the 3-row, roomy and responsive Mazda CX-90. Or check out the comfortably low lease payments. Which one will inspire you? Find out with Mazda. Treat yourself to a test drive and discover the difference at Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac and online at holidaymazda.com. Holiday Mazda. It's worth the trip.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too.
Love her. Chelsea Cutler. Generac Power Stage. Ba-boom! At 9:30, Chelsea Cutler's going to be there. Here's what you do. You go to Gavin DeGraw at BMO at 7:30. That's going to be awesome. Then you go to Chelsea Cutler at Generac at 9:30. You check that out for a little bit. And then you go to EMF, which will be unbelievable.
Our night is set.
Yeah, we're all set.
Amazing.
Let's bring in a guy who really knows music. He really knows how to get down. He really knows how to have a great time. He is Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky. Niz, you were here at Summerfest, but had to go back to the studio because of the weather situation?
I wish I could still be down there, guys, and then beyond after my shift so we could have some fun. But, had to head back to the station because we are monitoring some storms. Had a severe storm in Jefferson County. It has weakened, but it's still packing a punch moving through northern Waukesha County. Going to clip the city of Waukesha here pretty soon.
All right, we're going to dive into weather in a second, I promise, but we've been dying to ask you this burning question all day.
Yes.
What kind of socks are you wearing right now?
Yes.
Zero socks now.
Oh, you're sockless?
Oh, you're going East Coast.
I am sockless. I got my loafers on. I'm back in the studio. I had to put the suit coat back on. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fresh today.
So when you were out here earlier, what kind of socks, if you're not wearing dress socks, you're wearing casual socks?
How high up are they? Are they
Where do how high up do those socks go? What do you wear?
This is huge because I have started to venture back into the world of like a calf-high sock. Like sometimes, like the kid, what the kids are doing these days. Yeah,
you are
it's crazy.
So hip.
I know.
Okay,
like
I didn't
5
know
years
this.
ago. I know 5 years ago, we used to make fun of our dads, like our grandpas, for wearing the higher socks. But now that's what the kids are doing. They're even throwing Birkenstocks on top of them. I've started to venture back in. It really depends on what the occasion is, though.
How old are you?
He's older than me.
42.
Okay.
And
he's old.
And
you're trying hard to say hip. You are trying hard because Gen Z, the youngest, says that if you wear those no-see socks or socks that cover your ankle bone, that you're old and out of it. Not
yes,
his, though.
the ankle socks back. I mean, I was full ankle socks for the last 20 years of my life, and just in the last year, my kids have helped me out with this. They said they want me to wear the higher socks because my oldest Olivia, who's 8 going on 16, she wears her Converse Chuck Taylors and her cool Nike shoes with a higher sock, and she's like, Dad, you got to go back to it.
She knows.
So how high? Because I'm going to buy some now. So how high? Do they don't go up to your knee? Do they go up like 2 or 3 inches past your ankle? How high?
Yeah, definitely not like a crew where it's kind of in between.
Okay.
It's up there a ways. I mean, it's like mid calf waist.
Mid calf,
I would say. Yeah, close to it. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to take a picture next time I do it and show you guys. And then
okay, all right.
It gets fancy. Like these kids now, you got to wear like Nike socks with Nike shoes. You got to wear, it's got to all match. You can't be
guys.
pulling,
all of my socks are sockettes.
Mine too. Like I'm wearing Sperry's right now, and I'm wearing socks that are little ankle socks. They just go like half an inch above where my shoe goes.
Trust me, it really depends on.
That was hip.
It depends on the occasion. Like sometimes in the gym, okay? So in the gym when I'm working out and it's like not necessarily really warm outside, then with my gym shorts and my gym tennis shoes, I have on those higher socks. And I'm looking cool when I'm working out.
Man, Niz, you are so hip. It's disgusting how cool you are. Jesus.
I'm working out at Foreman Fitness in Grafton, and the kids from Concordia come over there, and they're like, "Hey, man, you done with finals?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just wrapped up."
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
So what?
False.
So when you played pickleball yesterday, what kind of socks?
See, I did go with the ankle sock yesterday because I would be more active. And I just feel I haven't bridged in. Plus, you know what? I'm also like, I hate to admit this too, like I don't want the tan lines either. If I'm going to be outside, and I know I'm going to be outside for a long period of time, I want the ankle sock still so I can get that tan.
Okay. You know what else is really out, according to Gen Z? The front tuck of the shirt for women, which I see all women doing that. They said that's not cool either.
I can't speak on the women. I don't know.
What about Julia?
Julie.
Wait, I'm talking about our Julia here. She does the front tuck. My wife does the front tuck. What about your wife? Does she front tuck her shirt?
I've seen a couple blouses front tucked on her, but I'm going to tell her, no way. Not anymore.
And you got a part in the middle now. I don't know if she does the middle part.
But the thing with the women now, too, is like the jeans have transformed again. It went from like a really nice looking, and I'm going to sound kind of creepy here, really nice looking, like tighter, like
skinny jeans
skinny jeans to now like baggier kind of mom butt jeans, right?
Oh,
is that okay to say?
I am so impressed right now. How does he know, Niz? How do you know all this? This is amazing. You're going through the whole list.
Wow,
it's amazing. I do have a little bit of fashion sense. Actually, I'll admit this. Julie comes to me more than I go to her for fashion.
Wow.
Okay.
My wife, Julie.
So here's one more that's on the list.
His Abercrombie modeling comes in handy.
Exactly.
See?
Well, he is a model. Yeah, I mean, they think he's still in college. That's remarkable. All right, Niz, so here's one more. Gen Z says that wearing a baggy sweatshirt or something to cover your behind when you're wearing yoga pants is out. They say that no, let the sun see that booty. They do not want you. They say you can tell you're old if you're wearing something baggy and it covers your behind.
All right, it's Friday. We can talk loose at Summerfest. I don't want anything to cover. Ladies, don't cover that up.
Right. Well, you're with Gen Z then. That's what they're saying. They're saying no, don't cover it.
Wow. There's some things that I want covered, like that I'm seeing out here.
That's true.
Whoa.
You can't unsee some of that.
I think we can all agree on this. The yoga pants have gotten so out of hand where like literally they're like forming creases into the pant around the body parts and stuff.
Yeah.
And
it's
I'm
not
like,
great.
I'm like, as a guy, it's like I'm not supposed to look, but then it's like, well, what is the purpose of this?
What is that? Yeah.
Come on, it's when they tell you like don't look at the sun and it's in your face. How can you not look at it?
Totally.
Exactly. Same wavelength here. We had a really good, beneficial conversation. I feel better.
Well, this is good. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? When people go home at the end of the day, they're not going to talk about the lady from the RNC who runs the whole convention we had on earlier. They're going to talk about how Brian Niznansky knows what Gen Z is interested in.
He knows fashion. He does.
Yeah.
More than Steve Chambers.
We have the well, that doesn't take much. I'm just
Julia, that was so funny. You know he listens to this show. We're going to get a text any second.
We have some hip photojournalists here that keep me in line. They say I have drip. They call me Drip Nansky. So drip is apparently a cool thing.
That's
Amazing.
outstanding.
So, like, Ariel and Lawrence and them, they're all cool, hip dudes. They say that they got... Yeah, they got swagger. That's good.
And that goes with the weather, too. It's like a double entendre.
It does. So it's going to get drippy in some areas tonight, isn't it?
It is going to be perfect tie-in. Tonight we do have some thunderstorms already rumbling north and west of Milwaukee. I think your window of getting wet in the Summerfest grounds in Milwaukee is going to be probably around 6:30 until about 8 o'clock. And then after that, I think we see a lull in the action, but more storms fire up again late tonight and into tomorrow morning. Really active pattern here. Tomorrow, we could have multiple rounds of storms, and I really think we need to keep an eye on the storms tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening storms could be a severe threat. I would say between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, everybody needs to be on your toes. We could have highs near 90 degrees again tomorrow in between those storms. Sunday, the better of the two weekend days, back to around 80 degrees, lots of sunshine. Monday also looks good, 80s and sunshine. Tuesday, back up to 92 with another chance of storms, guys.
All right, always keeping us safe. We appreciate it, Brian Dripnansky.
Dripnansky!
Drippy in the house!
Later.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good weekend.
He's going to be headlining Summerfest next.
I am genuinely so impressed.
Drip Nansky.
That is remarkable.
Amazing.
I'm going to go to him for all my fashion advice.
Wow.
Seriously. It is 5:45 at WTMJ. Look at your traffic on this Friday. It's a big fan out there. That is up next on WTMJ.
Get inside the mind of Mark Tauscher.
I was not the look good, feel good, play good guy, because if that was the case, I never would have played good.
See the world from his perspective on Wisconsin's Morning News every day at 7:50.
I wouldn't give two rips. If I had to wear concrete boots and I knew that would make me play better, I'd do it.
Mark Tauscher on Wisconsin's Morning News, presented by Hello Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Kohler Services.
Randy Miller.
No, you're not. I'm Randy Miller, owner of All Right Home and Remodeling.
I'm DJ.
Someday you might be the owner of All Right.
Like you and Daddy?
You'll have to learn that our family business is about more than just our family.
Do it right, call All Right.
Yes, but doing things right also means giving back.
When you want it all right, you call All Right. All Right, so many miles away.
Hey, guess where I'm going to stop on my way home? It's Otto's Wine and Spirits. I love Otto's Wine and Spirits. Several locations. It's where I do my shopping for beer, for wine, for those hard seltzers like Truly, for my Tito's. It's Otto's Wine and Spirits. Best selection, best pricing. Employee-owned, a friendly staff, 7 locations throughout the Milwaukee area. Open 7 days a week at Otto's Wine and Spirits. They've been doing it right since 1945. The war ended, they opened up, and boom, here we go. It's Otto's Wine and Spirits. I love that place. I've got a case of Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand I actually need to pick up. I'll be doing that probably tonight. Otto's Wine and Spirits.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Another MVP has joined the roster at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Dr. Ryan Stefanchek. Board certified in sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation, Dr. Stefanchek specializes in non-operative treatment of the spine, chronic pain, all joints, all musculoskeletal problems, and more, emphasizing holistic care first, with a focus on diet, sleep, stress management, and social connections for a patient's well-being. At Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference.
Did you know that the brownie was invented in Chicago for the World's Fair? It's true. Discover the Chicago neighborhoods and stories you didn't know about on a Chicago Food and City tour. Enjoy a delicious brownie and all of the other Chicago-style dishes on our Iconic Foods of Chicago tour. Immerse yourself in our culturally rich neighborhood tours of Chinatown and Pilsen. Or explore the best of Restaurant Row on a West Loop tour, perfect for food lovers. Meet us in Chicago for your next weekend getaway. Book your tours at chicagofoodtours.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Hall Mazda Milwaukee. Visit hallmazdamilwaukee.com.
Be our eyes on the roads. Report incidents to the WTMJ HallMazdaMilwaukee.com traffic tip line. 414-238-9329. Find out with Hall Mazda all summer.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Let's take a look at the roads with Wyatt Barmer-Pooley to get you home, get you to your weekend, Wyatt.
Yeah, we got a incident, though, on 4145 northbound at Burleigh Street. It's a disabled vehicle off on the left shoulder. Looks like it is causing some delays, though. You'll see backups all the way to North Avenue. 94 eastbound is slow as you go from the zoo towards the stadium. Westbound seems to have cleared up. And 43 southbound has been a mess really all day between Silver Spring and Capitol. It is still slow. And it looks like you'll have a tap of the brakes on 43 northbound between about North Avenue and Locust Street. I'm Wyatt Barmer-Pooley with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Chance for more rain tonight, a low of 66 degrees. Tomorrow, hot and humid. It's going to rain again probably in the afternoon tomorrow. Some of that weather could be heavy. Be careful, Niz says. Dripnitsky says that after about 5 o'clock, it's going to get dicey. High of 88 degrees. That's right. The Drip says that Sunday's a great day. Sunny, a high of 80. Monday, sunny, a high of 81. On Tuesday, drippy drip, more chance for rain, hot and humid, high of 90 degrees. Right now it's Summerfest. It's cooling down, but it's a pretty good night. Come on down to the lakefront. Yeah! Motley Crue, the headliner down here at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater. I saw the Crew 5 years ago. It was insane. Tommy Lee was out of his mind.
Amazing.
And that was what they said was their farewell tour. Now it's 5 years later, and they're on another farewell tour. So come on down. Sandy Max will do What's on Tap from down here beginning at 6 o'clock. This is a guy who needs no introduction, but we'll give it to him anyhow. He's Alex Stone, ABC News in Los Angeles, covering a strange story and a tragic story. Alex, bring us up to speed. What are you working on?
Yeah, so you may remember a week or so ago there were headlines that an American was killed in Mexico when they were electrocuted in a hot tub at a Mexican resort. And now we're hearing from the family and more about what went on last week. Lizette Zambrano and her husband George Guillen from El Paso, they were with other family members. They went to the resort in Mexico on the Gulf of California. Sonoran Sea Resort was a resort that they were at. Beautiful condo resort. They booked it online. They went to the pool when they got there, got into the hot tub, and immediately she says that as they stepped in that she knew something was wrong. And Lizette is speaking to us now exclusively, and she put it like this.
The last thing I remember him saying is, oh, and it's the same time that I felt the first electric shock. And then it happened over and over and over. I didn't hear him again.
George went under the water. She immediately was overcome by electricity. Bystanders fought to get them out, but they too were getting shocked at touching anything in the water or the metal railing, any of that. All the metal was electrified. They eventually got her out. Her heart had stopped. She had no pulse. She was airlifted to a hospital. George was eventually pulled out and given CPR by those who were around the pool, but it was too late at that point, and she says,
I still can't believe it. A very good man was taken away. I feel that this could have been prevented.
She went to the hospital. They didn't officially give her word right away that her husband had died, but she heard nurses overheard them talking about it, saying that her husband was dead. So now Lizette is suing the resort for wrongful death. She believes it was faulty wiring that was sending live current into the water. That has happened in the U.S. There have been fatal cases in pools and spas of either the light in the pool or the filter or the heater, somehow water coming in contact with wiring. But she says the part now is they're a week later and everybody who is involved is denying any wrongdoing. She says everybody's saying, well, we don't handle the pool there.
I want somebody to take accountability for what happened to my husband and myself.
So she's filed a lawsuit now seeking $1 million in damages from Casago, the organizer of the vacation rentals there. And she says George went underwater for 10 minutes. They couldn't get any workers to turn off the electricity to the pool or to the spa to get him out. Casago's denying any wrongdoing, saying, well, we don't handle the pool. We just book the place and we make the reservations, but that there's a homeowners association that handles the common areas and they handle the pool area. We've asked the homeowners association for a comment. They have not responded, but she is obviously heartbroken. Their family says there is culpability here. They got to figure out who handles the pool and the spa, but they want answers. And she said they got into the spa and it was deadly in that moment.
Alex, this is terrifying. We've all been in a hot tub. Many people own a hot tub and are in it regularly. How unusual is this? This must be really unusual, right?
It's unusual, but it does go on. There have been cases, fatal cases in the U.S. Every few years there will be one where something short circuits in a pool and people get in and they don't know that there's a problem with it. We talked to an electrician who said you really can't tell. Nothing's going to look different on the water. Sometimes you could even dip your foot in and not feel it. You could jump in and not feel it, but it's when you close the connection by touching the metal railing or where you swim in the pool that when the current goes through you, that then you're electrocuted. So it's not like you dip your foot in and go, oh, wow, there's electricity in there. It could be that way, but also you could be perfectly fine swimming along and then you touch something and it has metal in it, and then you're killed in that moment. So, yeah, I mean, the only warnings that electricians are telling us is, if the light is flickering in the pool, then something's wrong with that light. Maybe it just needs a new light bulb, but there could be something else. If the filter, something isn't working there, or the heater, just something doesn't seem right. But otherwise, there's no way to know.
Terrifying.
ABC's Alex Stone in Los Angeles. Alex, thank you for the update.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
All right, checking out the radar. It's going to rain likely, but it's going to pass through. It's not going to last very long. So if you have plans for Summerfest or you have plans for any of the other things on our very busy Friday night or Saturday where there's rain scheduled, don't cancel those plans. Just be vigilant and be careful. It's great down here, isn't it? I love being down here.
It's wonderful. Yeah, you got a nice breeze. It's just a little bit foggy. I haven't had a drop of rain.
So come on down and hang out here. What's on Tap with Sandy Max comes your way next. We've got the street team down here doing something fun this year. You can shoot free throws to win some cool prizes, so come on down, check that out. We are on the lakefront right next to the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone, so come on down and check that out. There's some great music going on tonight, too.
And we'll be here next Friday, too, if you want to see us and say hi.
Yes, that's right. The next 2 Fridays, we will be here. So come by and check us out. It is 5:56 at WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Did somebody say free diamond bracelet? That's right. Diamonds Direct is expanding upon their best offer yet. Make any purchase this month and receive a free diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right. Any engagement ring, any diamond necklace, any timepiece. Purchase any item valued at $10,000 or more and receive a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Every purchase of $10,000 or more qualifies. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet